We've had some wonderful mild weather this week here in Calgary, but it's time to even heat things up a little more with the Tim Hortons Brier. It's a championship like no other. Legendary scenes, legendary moments, legendary winners. Here in Calgary, two skips look to add to their legendary status. Kevin Cooey has lifted the tankard on 4 occasions. Can some home cooking help him win number 5? Brad Gushue has won 3 of the last 4 championships. Will continuity lead to Gushue to another title? 18 teams have arrived in the bubble, and they all start with the very same record, the same goal, to lift this trophy. The 2021 Tim Hortons Brier is next. And with all this mild weather, the spring skiing is wonderful here at Canada Olympic Park, and our curling home is here. This is Wynn Sport Arena, and the 4 sheets are all ready for play starting tonight. As we do say, hello Canada on this Friday night, and welcome to the start of the Tim Hortons Brier. Cheryl Russ alongside. But what to expect now? We're not quite sure.
No, we aren't. We just aren't. You'd say veterans in the Brier, it'd have the advantage, but not in this crazy year. You just don't know what you're going to get. So it's really all about the team staying in their own little bubble, being confident, and handle those distractions.
What are your thoughts?
Really, at the Scotties, I think what we witnessed was inconsistent execution to start. But the teams that did well, they capitalized on opportunities, and there were no back-to-back misses. And that's what you'll need to start here and get through this weekend with minimal damage.
It is similar to the Scotties in this, that we do have 18 teams in 2 pools of 9, of which the top 4 will move on and then cross over, and then we'll have top 3s. Now, as you look at some of these names, keep in mind, we have the top 9 Canadian teams here. We have the top 4 teams in the world. 39 Brier titles on the ice, 19 world championships, and 9 gold medal winners. It's as deep a field as we've really seen ever. So let's start it off with a good one. It will be Ontario against Team Canada out of Pool B. And Ontario at this point in time, John Epping may have played 60, 70 games, but he hasn't.
No, but he has a reputation for being a hot starter. I mean, last season they won their first 2 events. This season they won their first event. So that could go a long way tonight. You get out of this game tonight with another hot start, it bodes well for the rest of the event.
And then Brad Gushue, my goodness, looking for back-to-back wins again.
3 out of 4 Briers, that's just unheard of, unbelievable. They're definitely the team to beat, I think, Vic. But I always say at game 1, it's all about reading the ice, but maybe not. It's all about reading his players. He hasn't seen Jeff Walker in a year. How do you put the broom in the right spot for Jeff?
We're so glad to be back with you after 4 days away. Let's get this Brier underway. Ontario, Team Canada, when we come back to Calgary.
They're one of the most consistent teams on tour, and Brad as a skip is just one of the most consistent players and best players in our game and that our game has ever had, really. So, I mean, in order to beat a team like them, you got to hope they really have an off day where you just got to make way more shots, and that'll be the key to beating them.
John's got a great team. They had a good run last year. I think the addition of Ryan and with Brent in there has really balanced that team out. They are one of the top teams in the country, and I would have liked a little softer start, but they're a team that if we want to be there at the end of the week, we're going to have to beat, so might as well get after it.
The 2021 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you in part by OK Tire and BKT Tires, by Home Hardware, Here's How, by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada, and by Tim Hortons. Get your Tim's run without the run. Order delivery today through the Tim Hortons app.
Uki, Abuashte, Tanse, Dadanast Ada, Donashi. Welcome to Treaty 7 Territory and Métis Region 3. Indigenous peoples, including the Niitsitapi, Stoney Nakoda, Cree, Tsuut'ina, Métis, Inuit, and many others have been gathering and celebrating on these lands for time immemorial. We acknowledge with respect the original stewards of these territories and those who now call these lands home. Welcome to Indigenous Lands.
No, we did have time. We were off for a few days, but no, we didn't do that. It was mostly just trying to stayed in our bubbles, even at our hotel, trying to keep ourselves safe. And now we're ready for the Tim Hortons Brier. Time to meet the teams, and it's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. The Ontario champions, as declared by their association from the Leaside Curling Club, skipped by John Epping, with Brent Lang, Matt Cam, and Ryan Fry. Team Canada, well, they hail from the Ballyhilly Golf and Curling Club, the Remax Centre in St. John, skipped by Brad Gushue, with Jeff Walker, Brett Gallant, and Mark Nichols. Ontario will play the red. Team Canada will play the yellow. And Team Canada has won the draw to the button, so John Epping is out, has the brush down, and we're ready to get it underway. In the bubble of Calgary, this is the Tim Hortons Brier.
I think there's going to be a definite advantage for the Brier teams because they got to watch the Scotties. They got to get a little sense of what the ice was like and maybe the pass and the speed. And more importantly, they got into that kind of mental mindset of curling again, which is, it's been far and few between for most of these teams.
Yeah, we're there. For the majority of them, another 2 weeks of practice, which is huge. And almost every team here is struggling with the lack of preparation coming in here.
Normal, Joe?
Especially this guy right here.
Nice releaser.
Well, it's remarkable to think that they had their first team meeting here since the Brier. He's been in Alberta, of course. That's where he makes his home. In Edmonton, last time he saw his teammates was the Brier and the win in Kingston. Let's check the keys to the game, and we'll start with Ontario.
Well, you really need to be a speed reader out here if you're a skip, really. The skip that learns the fastest, the ice, the broom placement, and the line calls will have a huge advantage. And accountability, you know, John talked about it, that the players are going to have to be honest. If they feel like they've done something on a release, come down and tell him, and that'll effectively help him figure the ice out quicker.
My ham job's coming out already, Matty. Oh, no, that's my 6 inches.
Keys now for Team Canada.
8.5.
Well, Walker in the park, and we just kind of touched on it. That's just about all Jeff Walker's done since last year's Brier's walk in the park. He hasn't been able to play with his team. That could be key against a great team like Epping. And no hurry. 5 rock rule. Lots of time to score points. 10 ends. Just take your time here for both skips. Certainly for Walker, skip. Try to figure out what he's going to do and where to put the broom for him.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere. But up and down the sheet we go, and it's a little interesting. I mean, this is an indication, Cheryl, of this lack of play right now. The fact that they are going up and down the ice, you would think, you know, with the last rock that Gushue might put some pressure on. He might put up the corners. Let's go, boys. Let's play. But if you're not sure yourself.
No, and I think that is most certainly what it is when, you know, these teams haven't played any real competitive games. You think, when's the last time you've thrown a draw against 3 to the pin to win a game, a pressure shot? And I don't think you want to put yourself in that position too early.
Oh, mid-season form on the sweeping.
Didn't want us to sweep. You got second.
So Ontario's goal is to wear Gushue out here.
I would say
Keep him brushing.
if I give you back.
Now, one thing we did mention during the Scotties was the regular curling club handles. They were expecting and hoping that the electronics would arrive for the eye and the hog. It has not. So the supply line is still affected by COVID. It means that for the entirety of the Brier, we will play with non-electric handles.
Just behind T.
A couple of players are kind of excited about that. Not that they were really close to the hog line, but it's muscle memory at this point in time. And if you've been practicing, even if you've practiced a lot, if it's on a different surface, which I'm sure it is, with the underfoot here, it's so fast. You can get to that hog line in a hurry. So it might give them a little leniency.
Sometimes an opening like this too, Russ, when you see an up and down the sheet, is really based on how comfortable they were in the pregame practice. You know, their last stone draw. Did they read the lines well? Did they get comfortable with the weight? And sometimes that really leans to how you call that first end.
I think that's the word of this first weekend, Vic, is comfort.
Here's the thing. So that rock is just outside the back of the house, and Gushue says, you know what? Let's go. We'll try and freeze down to it. So a little bit of aggressive play here with the second stones of Brett Gallant.
Yeah, it's very low risk aggression. You can still get out of this end with a blank, but you could get a nice deuce out of it if you get a rock jammed and set up for a deuce that way.
Fine, good.
So Walker and Nichols on the brush.
Go.
So as we say good evening to Kathy and welcome back. Look, at our focus is here. The players' focus is here. But for some, they have a divided attention, don't they?
Well, they do. Brad Gushue was very clearly unsettled when we talked before the game. His business was closed for 4 months in Newfoundland and Labrador because of COVID. Then it reopened, but to reduced capacity that he said was hard to make ends meet. And now it's closed again. He's hoping it might open while he's here. And when he talked about the laying off of his staff, you can see the pain on his face. And he said it's really hard to park. And then you add to that he's so prepared coming in. But in Newfoundland and Labrador for the last 3 weeks, curling clubs have been closed. So while other teams have had more time to prepare, he's had none. And I asked him, do you think you can flick the switch and park all of that and just curl? And he said, I don't know.
Yeah, his Orange Theory Fitness that he co-owns with Mark, like a lot of businesses across the country, really have been hurt, continue to be hurt by closings.
You know, just further to that, though, I think I remember as a player, Russ, you've probably been there. You have things going on in life, but the minute you step out onto the ice, you get 2.5 hours of no phone calls, uninterrupted. It's magical, and you can almost let that drop away and forget everything.
Yeah, I would bet that's exactly the way it'll work for Brad Gushue. Can't buy a hit and stay for Ontario here.
Oh, they drive it by, so they're going to give Gushue another chance.
Yeah, and it advantage Gushue. Not that they'll make this good enough that Epping can't get it out, but they've been able to play some finesse shots, whereas Ontario's just throwing bullets down there. And, you know, it's all about figuring the ice out first. It's hard to do it when you're throwing 8-second hits. So there you go. How often do you see a wobble like that?
Not often.
This is just through. Off it. Whoa. Off it. Yeah, it's through on its own.
I like that attitude, though. You know, a little bit of a chuckle.
Different line or same? Yeah, no, I need
Get it figured out.
Can't go right now. No.
She's a goner.
That's the way I want him.
Early lead in the stats.
I want that for our highlight so I can play it back to Mark.
If we go there, he knows this, right?
He'll appreciate that.
Okay, so trying to take it easy on you.
Oh, yeah. That's the first sweep in a year.
And I bet we're going to see a lot of that shaking of the head.
I wanted to give Jeff a little bit more.
It's just that I don't understand what's happening at the moment.
Because you were kind of in a little bit fresher path than the others.
I thought Ryan Fry just made an interesting point, because it looks like they're going to play down to it.
We're crossing this.
Fry thought maybe they should split the house, because they believe that one is in at the back. I think is it.
Really?
I don't think.
Well, he thought he pointed to the wings, so maybe
yeah, maybe going to a fresh spot, trying to get a rollout from Brad and then freeze. But I like this call just simply because they haven't thrown any. They haven't thrown any draws. They lost the draw of the button. This is a good practice shot.
And I don't think that back one's in.
No.
Yeah, back 8, back 12 here.
It's not far off if it curls. There it goes.
Look at that movement at the end.
Curl it, Mike.
Oh. That was pretty good.
How's that for your first shot?
Anywhere high side is fine. That's pretty good, Johnny. Yeah.
was losing its handle though, Cheryl, and that I look at Ryan Fry. We've watched him so much, and he doesn't have a lot of rotation. Watch this thing at the very end. It's trying to stop completely and be a knuckleball on the way in. Look at the handle; it's just barely twisting.
No, it's definitely not. So it's definitely not in now. So, you know, both teams did play early in the season. Gushue in the Atlantic bubble, and they played a couple of events there, maybe 12 games, he said. It was the same with Epping. He played in some spiels in Ontario, 13 games he figures. But they did get 3 days of practice prior to coming here. They found a club open, and they did manage to get together and have 3 days of workouts.
That spiel John Epping won. He beat your brother in the final.
That's right. That's true.
It was his first spiel of the season, first win. John really talks about it. I asked, why do you have so much success early in the season? And he said, because you're not thinking anything about technical. He said, by the time I get 2 months in, I'm thinking wrist, this. Yeah. Like he said, you're just throwing without thinking as much and technical thoughts.
Wait. Yep. I think that thing's
Go, John. Yeah?
good, man. Yeah.
It's got a little swinging out here
right now.
Yeah.
You guys
pretty open? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Now we're shut down again.
Are you?
Yeah.
Don't get as much, but
See,
that's
The shops too?
everything.
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, there's not much going on in
Talking
Toronto.
business.
I don't think Jess is going back to work till like October or something.
You have to keep in mind, too, that when the players arrived, they were given tests immediately as we played the last stone looking for the blank. And then they were holed up in their own rooms. They couldn't get together. And away it goes. So we'll put a blank on the board. First in. Tim Hortons Brier is underway.
Gotta go here.
Night number one of the Tim Hortons Brier. Underway here in the curling bubble. Canada's curling capital is Calgary. After that blank in one, it means that Team Canada, Brad Gushue, out of St. John's, once again does have last rock. He has the hammer playing the Yellowstones. Center line guard goes up. Around goes Walker with his first, then that angle corner freeze, and now Walker with his second.
Good opportunity here, though, with hammer to sit too. Come around staggers.
A little surprised John threw up the guard. His team didn't play a very stellar end. He threw 2 good shots, so maybe that's why he's confident. But yeah, you're right. It's a good opportunity for Team Canada.
okay. Do that good, Joe.
As mentioned, all the games this evening, the starters are from Pool B. So we have Peter Mackey from Iqaluit against Matt Dunstone from the Highland in Regina. Kevin Cooey from the Glencoe Calgary against Scott McDonald out of Halifax. McDonald, the former Ontario skip, filling in for Jamie Murphy. Michael Fournier represents Quebec, and Greg Smith, Newfoundland and Labrador, and our feature is on sheet D.
Even though your shot rock buried, it's really not a good setup for Gushue, is it?
Third, small half.
He's going to bail.
Even if you did something like that, it's pretty good.
This is what he does so well. I mean, Brad always wants to make sure he has a shot and not a run back for 3. He wants to make sure he can see the 4-foot for his single at the very least. So he will open it up. His timing is.
Yeah, no question. He'll do it a lot sooner than many other teams.
Close. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. Boy, did that curl. We have to stay down on him, I guess.
Stuffs that stone, leaves it up as a corner.
Greg told me to 10 feet. So try and get it way over on the side.
Well, let's start our updates for this Brier, Kathy, with Nunavut against Saskatchewan.
Well, Matt Dunstone had the opportunity to split the house on his first, and he did. And Peter Mackey hit and rolled for shot, and so it is that stone that Matt is taking aim at, a hit for 2.
The Saskatchewan champions out of the Highland Curling Club in Regina, with Dunstone backed up by Dustin Kidby, Kirk Myers, and Braden Mcewen. Saskatchewan with 7 national championships, but you have to go all the way back to 1980 and Rick Folk for the last Saskatchewan title.
Yeah.
I think that experience, the rest of that bronze medal game last year, is going to go a long way for them this year.
Yeah, it's one thing to come in and think you're going to perform well, but now they think they can win, and I think that's the big difference. Now there's a lot of other teams are going to say otherwise, but yeah, they're right there.
Probably a quarter.
Okay, they can get all 3 here, I think. Thin on the one that's out of the rings.
Yep.
Brett Galland.
Yes. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Bang, bang, and touch it as well. Touch them all. And backs it up to leave his shooter as a corner covering the 8.
Well, that looks pretty good for the beginning of the season. And there was no wobbles on that.
And then I'll just roll over for a corner for you, Skipper.
Nice that I had to practice.
Well done.
It's a beauty.
Fair to say, Cheryl, that the upweight shots will be the easier of the 2?
It is for 2 reasons. Is that you don't have to figure out the ice too much. You know, a lot of these teams have now started to really perfect that board and that hack because it brings the brushers into play. But the upweight takes the guessing out of where to put the broom because the rock effectively just travels down the sheet. So I think that's really a good option to have early in this event. Boards and hacks and the little soft touch shots are tough early.
Top 4. T, we're there. It's like real good. Back 8. It's not coming down. If it's through, make sure it's all the way through. It's real close.
Slowed it down, yeah.
And just enough to stay back.
I sped it up that
12.
Good throw, Mark.
We mentioned 3 wild card teams. Hard to believe that Kevin Cooey, with all his wins, would be seeded number 2 wild card as he opens against Nova Scotia. And out of the Halifax club, Scott McDonald.
Well, Scott McDonald hit on his final stone. He is lying 2, but for Kevin Cooey, if he can get close to the guard, a double opportunity for 2.
Hard, Beach, hard, hard.
And the big story there is the change with John Morris joining the team. Cooey gets his 2. Morris replaces Colton Flash, who returned to Saskatchewan, formed his own team, and Morris does hold the brush now for Cooey.
Little solid, clean. Pretty good.
Mark
Clean.
Nichols.
Yep, it's close. Yep, clean. Yeah, 8-4.
8-4, 8.5.
Okay. That's a nice throw.
Which one's his new one?
The 7. Throw it.
And with the rocks here already, a lot of these teams used these rocks last year, but they've been re-textured before the women's event and before this event a couple days ago. And they're really biting in. Some of the hits are curling more than the teams are guessing.
That's why I think that up weight right now is probably the easiest thing to throw.
Yeah, no question.
Epping loves these stones. He won, that was a Canada Cup win. These were used there.
That's right.
And then at the Brier.
Just backed it up. Take this off.
I love this, though. These players are so happy to be back out here again.
So you open the gates to Disney World, right?
It's
interesting, though. John was saying that, you know, I said, what about the lack of atmosphere? He says, you know what? This is what Bondspielding's all about. You play in a club, and you're out there with the other teams. You don't hear any people. The people who are watching are usually behind the glass. It's only in the major events that you get people in the stands. So for him, the distraction or the lack of it isn't that great. He figures he'll be able to communicate better with his own team.
Oh, no question. That's what we took away from the Scotties, was it was so easy to communicate. You didn't have to run down, and you can bank a bit of time that way.
So that's the one he doesn't want.
What's that?
That's the rock he doesn't want.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shuffling rocks.
Final stone looked like it was promising when he had one hidden behind the stagger, but it was quickly gone. And then a very nice shot by Brett Gallant to get rid of 3 stones, and we blanked the second as well. Tim Hortons Brier on an opening night in Calgary. Keeping our eye on it so you can keep your eye and eyes on it. I can imagine you're not just watching it with one eye closed, you're watching with both eyes.
Let's hope.
Let's hope so. And what you've seen is, not very much. We've had back-to-back blanks to start on this Friday night, Ontario and Canada. So here we are in the third. Once again, Team Canada with Last Rock playing the Yellowstones.
Probably still come this way.
Yeah, I think so. Play the same shot.
It'll be hard to get the line at the end, I think.
How good's the late finish hog line in when they're trying to freeze to that red rock that's open with the out turn here.
We noticed that in the Scotties. That was kind of the characteristic, and it was after the hog line. Normally you kind of see the break point about the hog line, but this was halfway between the hog line and the house.
Really late.
We're next to it.
Go by it.
This one's going to be later than late.
Hard for line to get by.
Just a couple extra feet here by Jeff.
Whoa, we're by. Don't want it behind the tee line. You got room. Whoa. Just behind it. Just behind it. Whoa. Try and line it up. Sit. I'll do.
Puts a lot of pressure on the brushers, Russ, because you think of it, if you know that it's going to curl that much, but sometimes you try to get a plan B out of it.
Another update, Kathy, and you were upsetting a lot of people by telling them that Saskatchewan played out of the Highland in Regina. They don't.
I don't believe I said that.
Oh, okay. That may have been me.
That may have been your voice.
It may have been me. They did change clubs and practiced in the community of Wadena. So let's go over there now, and this is the final stone. Peter Mackey from Iqaluit.
He made a very nice shot on his first one, making a soft way hit and roll to lie second shot. Matt Dunstone hit and rolled back underneath. It is 3 Saskatchewan counters right now. Needs a bite of the 4.
Okay, easy.
That's very nice. As he puts it at the back of the button, Peter Mackey, the 56-year-old. He's in his third Brier, 18 and 19, played with David St. Louis. Still winless. The goal this year, they say, is to win their first for Nunavut.
I'm thinking this right now guards this double.
It misses this way, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing is if we do that and he does this, and he's got 2 in there.
My only other thought is the hit and roll.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I like this.
I can get it to the same spot. And then
Way safer, and
normal weight.
as we keep talking, not mid-season form. This is the right call. You start playing angle freezes. That's what got them in a bit of trouble. The angle freeze was 5 feet heavy. So.
And they were just given a gift by Matt Cam. He rubbed on the guard and opened everything up for you.
Well, he said prior to the game, Brad, did that it comes down to, obviously, the execution, the degree of difficulty. He may dial back on some of those more difficult shots, Russ, just to get themselves a little more settled.
Yeah, and that's part of a good skip as a repertoire. You have to get the feel of what your team's doing and get the feel of what the other team's doing. Try to find a weakness in what they're playing. They've rolled out a lot, maybe force them to hit at this point in time.
There he is, Matt Cam, throwing the second stones for Ontario in a 4th Brier appearance. Enough, and maybe not. Looks like it just holds on to the back edge. Well, he got 3 stones moving, and that was our key shot and is our key shot from the second.
Well, you mentioned, Vic, that we hadn't seen very much this end, but this one is what we did see, and it was a magnificent shot. He makes the triple, and not only that, you watch his shooter rolls up to the corner.
Very nice as he tries to generate some offense. How was it? It was a great shot. Well done as the crowd appreciates it. The key shot brought to you by OK Tire, service, repair, and tires. Well, that was the most difficult thing, really, for me from the Scotties. There were some wonderful shots. Laura Walker made one, I believe it was in the semi-final game where she pinned it facing 2 or 3. And there was nothing. Well, there's nobody here. But it was nice of our crew after the games to applaud the teams.
Yeah, wasn't it?
You know, so they were feeling some love.
Whoa, board. Hair solid. Whoa. Thin. Whoa.
And I think tougher for some of the teams, the experienced teams that really feed off playing in front of a crowd.
Yep. Good spot. Spot. It's all right. Assuming this pass should be good, right?
Well, after Kevin Cooey opened with a deuce, and you can see Jamie Murphy, the usual skip of this team, elected not to come because of the time away from work and family. So this is Scott McDonald throwing the skip stone.
Made a wonderful shot on his first hit and rolled under. Kevin Cooey just grazed it on the way by, and so this is a hit for 2.
Watch out. Oh, it'll stuff at the back, and it will be a steal of 1 for Cooey. McDonald out of Ontario, played in the Brier in Brandon, went 6 and 5 as the Ontario skip.
So like a firm normal then? Same weight. I don't care the weight. Yeah, firm normal. Like just up? Yeah. Normal-ish. I don't know why we have to be whipping them.
Price, I don't know why we need to be whipping him, because he knows if this rolls out and everybody else is rolled out here, they're going to run that corner guard Canada.
Yep. Oh. Yep. Whoa. Pull that in. Shot, right?
Nice throw. Don't you think, you know, that they're all uncertain, you can tell. I don't see a confident one out there. They're all good players. They're all going to turn it around. But maybe that's why they're whipping it.
Yes, yeah, I would agree. It's just that's where you feel most comfortable, that there's not a lot of timing. You're not guessing on where to put the broom. You're not guessing on the weight. It's just throw it hard.
Clean, it's good. Same way.
Hair loss. Yep.
Clean.
Whoa.
Yep. Go ahead. That was a throw there. Good boy. Still big, 8.5.
Yeah, everybody's just leaning that direction.
That was a good throw. Yeah.
Kathy, our first look at Quebec against Newfoundland and Labrador after they blanked the Quebec team from the Glenmore Etchemin Valley Field Curling Club, skipped by Mike Fournier.
Well, for Mike, a chance for 2 on this. Greg Smith had a chance to lie 2, but got his own and rolled out, and so that allowed Quebec to take the advantage. Wide open hit for 2.
And there it is, 2 on the board for Fournier, making a second appearance. Played in Regina in 18, went 3 and 5.
Hey, John.
There's the opportunity Canada was maybe looking for.
No kidding.
Sorry.
Unbelievable.
Well, I don't think Canada's going to take it. It's going to go open side.
Draw the button, maybe hair better.
Wow.
Why not use that wide corner?
Well, it has to be confidence, back to what we said. That maybe, you know, Brad doesn't know that spot. If he comes, you know, to back button or back tee line, Ontario freezes.
I think that's
What do you
absolutely
think compared
it.
to draw the button? We think
Think
it's pretty close.
Same or even a hair quicker.
There's no risk really here of a force, of getting forced. So
You banked another end. You've still got control of the game, and you have hammered an even end.
A little off. Split time.
There haven't been many rocks played in this path right now. It's pretty close. Sliding good. Top 4 tee. Looks there. slide real good.
Well, you know, there's something too. You haven't played in a while. You haven't thought about things. That's some of the curling brain cells getting fired up. Fellas, haven't been many rocks down this path.
It's quick to the wing.
I thought it was a couple of feet more in my draw the button.
Yeah.
John Epping in his last.
Could by Friday move it around a bit. He could have just swept that all the way down and nosed it, and then Brad knows that spot. This is another path for Team Canada.
Go, Johnny.
It's clean. That wasn't him.
Blank 1, blank 2, blank 3 on this opening night. Tim Hortons Brier.
Touchy spot, so careful.
Touchy spot. Listen to Sweeting. Get it by. Oh, they get by again. Oh, what a wonderful shot. Carrie Anderson.
The middle's getting a wee bit soft.
Paint. Anywhere in the paint. Gosh.
There you go. It's slowing down.
Yeah. Final stone. Picked up right away. Really right away. Staying with it. Got to get it by that guard. Oh, no, they don't. Ontario with a steal of 2. Final stone for Ontario. Needs to be the shot rock. A little bit of guess on the weight here. It has to stop. It has to be the shot rock. It has to be the shot rock. And it will go too far. And it will be a second straight Canadian championship for Carrie Anderson. And now word today that we will have a Women's World Championship here under the bubble. Make a note of the dates, April 30th to May 9th. It was supposed to be played in Schaffhausen in Switzerland, was canceled, but now it will join all the events here in the bubble. And it also means that Carrie Anderson will get to represent Canada in a World. And Carrie joins us from her home in Gimli. Hello there, and a belated congratulations on your win.
Hi, everyone. Thank you.
You must be thrilled. You must be thrilled because you didn't get a chance last year in Prince George. You didn't think you were going to get a chance this year, and now comes word this morning that you'll be back here in the bubble. What's your thoughts? How do you feel?
Oh, I am just over the moon excited right now. I am just when I got the news, I didn't want to get my hopes up just yet. I just wanted to wait until the official announcement came out. And as soon as it did, I was just all smiles and super excited. So can't wait to wear the maple leaf.
As we watch this fourth, still looking for our first points on the board, and it's Ontario sitting 2 at the back of the 4-foot. This is Brett Gallant. So you're going to have to come back into the bubble, and I would think it's all worth it.
It's definitely going to be all worth it. With all the heartbreak that we had last year, to finally get the opportunity to represent Canada in Canada is going to feel like a dream come true.
Carrie, hi, congratulations. You just took the words out of my mouth. You get to represent Canada in Canada. That's something, you know, you had the opportunity last year. It got taken away. What's it going to be like wearing that maple leaf here?
Oh, it's going to feel absolutely amazing. I know it won't be exactly the same without any family, friends, or fans there, but we'll definitely feel the love and support through social media and phone calls and whatnot. So we're just super honored to get this opportunity.
I think you'll feel the 37 million Canadians, even though they're not going to be in the stands.
Yeah, we'll definitely feel it, and I know it. I'm just lost for words. I'm just so excited.
Carrie, Russ here, congratulations, just so well deserved. 2 years in a row to have to win it twice to get the chance, that has to be so great. You know the rocks, you know the ice maker, you know the building, you know the hotel. Is that an advantage?
Yeah, I think it might be a little bit of an advantage, but I know a lot of the teams are going to be at the Slams as well, so they're going to get that feel.
Absolutely.
Before the World. But I definitely, we know what it's going to feel like, and we're ready for it.
And you'll also be joining another skip in the Canadian Mixed Doubles Championship, the Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Championship, also here. You're going to be playing with Brad. Have you ever played with him before, or is this going to be brand new?
This is brand new. Never played mixed doubles before, so I've been watching some mixed doubles on YouTube and getting in my my learning. So I'm really excited for it, and Brad has played it before, so I'll be relying on him.
Well, listen, we all say a sincere congratulations on your win, and we look forward to seeing you in the mixed doubles as well as the women's worlds again here in the bubble coming up April the 30th through Mother's Day. And wouldn't that be something to be on the top step of the podium on Mother's Day with a world championship? Wishing you all the best, Carrie. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Carrie Anderson joining us from her home in Gimli, and Shot Rock appears to be the Team Canada stone behind cover, just nibbling the top of the 8 foot.
And that makes a big difference, Vic, because Mark doesn't have to move this at all. You can just come down to it, sit your deuce.
You're heavy.
I think we're right beside it. Whoa. No.
Little bump.
The weight's not far off. It just doesn't want to finish here. It's close.
Not much. And right down to it. So starting to find their feet, as it were. So with the addition now of the World Women's Championship, the Brier underway, make a note, Canadian Mixed Home Hardware Canadian Mixed Doubles Championship, then the BKT Tires, OK Tire Men's Worlds, and then the World Women's April 30th through May the 9th, all from here in the bubble.
Half an inch negative ice here. I'm really surprised because Fry's usually curl more than anybody's.
Matt Cam, and Will able to squirt it out the back.
Almost. They were trying to get that roll behind the center with the shooter.
Good speed. Try on. Try. Yeah.
Well, it's all Cooey right now. Team Wildcard up 3-0, and that is what is facing Quebec, or Nova Scotia, and Scott McDonald throwing the skip stones out of Halifax.
Well, he tried a hit on his first one facing 3 and just touched the stone and rolled out and left Kevin Cooey line 3. Kevin drew to lie 4, and so now Scott needs a bite of the forefoot to score a single.
Yep.
McDonald saying that, joining the team, he said this event would be what we've heard from so many players. It'll have the feel of a very early September Bonspiel. And there he is in mid-season form as he draws the back of the button against 4 to put Nova Scotia on the board.
When it goes, it goes.
A big sigh of relief after that one landed.
The outturn, like when you start on this side of center and you cross,
you'll notice that
it's like a hill.
Again, it's the protocol. Both the teams are separated. You won't find any interaction. The coaching benches are at opposite ends as well. The Red Rocks are at the away end. Yellow Rocks are at the home end. And there is Team Canada coach Jules Oucher. 4 Briers with Kevin Martin, 3 Brier championships with Brad Gushue. So he's at this near end. He's at the home end. Whereas Ontario and their coach Jim Wilson is at the away end.
It's a back one.
They were trying the roll as well. They were trying to get behind the center guard.
Wasn't very close on that one.
No.
Now there is Jim Wilson, longtime coach for John Epping and chiropractor by trade.
I'd say probably even faster.
Part-time
Maybe, yeah.
pen clicker.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Probably a bit faster than my intern last end.
I think it's, yeah,
2 feet quicker.
2 or 3 feet quicker. Where do you want this for depth?
I think we want to be back 8-foot depth.
Yeah. Give us a smidge less and we'll sweep, you know.
Okay.
Saskatchewan
You're back 8 in your own last end, right?
puts a handful on the board, 5 to lead 7-1, and Quebec with a steal of 1 against Newfoundland and Labrador to go up 3-0.
T back 4.
Back 8.
Whoa.
Back 4.
Back 4 is a little less. It's curling a lot early,
Guys,
guys.
curling. Curling.
Biggest picking hard.
It's really curling.
T-lines, go for T-line.
You might run out of paint here. They're going to have to judge this perfectly
Keep
because
going,
it's
you're running
going
out of
right
range.
to the edge.
T-line.
Walker and Gallant.
Yep.
Easy. Whoa. Or
Yeah, pick for sure.
Now that's as good a judgment as you'll ever get. That picked. Then they had to put it obviously on that exact spot. A little lighter, a little heavier. It's not in the rings. Really good judgment.
Thirds-ish.
Like at the Tims, it just
Technically a takeout.
We mentioned that the rocks have been resanded just before the event, and that will happen a little once in a while. It'll be very consistent by tomorrow.
Just a hair less.
No choice here for Ontario. You have to take your lumps.
Go right around. It's playing the hit and roll.
Yeah, I think so. They looked at the draw.
But that would be risky, wouldn't it?
It would.
This time of the season, yeah.
Boy, Cam was late to the party there as he jumps all over it. And now watch this roll.
To the red. Give me as much room as can.
And it'll snuggle up, but it'll be a draw for 2.
slower though.
And a 3 over rolls on that spot.
As long as he throws it nice and positive.
What you threw.
He needs what?
When Jeff threw, it was about 4 to 6 feet slower and draw to the button.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's going to be 4 feet slower and draw to the button, but
Brent threw again, right? I think 2 more feet than he just threw. Okay, we thought out of your hand that was back 4.
It's always,
so pretty close. Well,
it's always hard when you have one pick and then you don't really have something to relate to on the next one. A lot of trust in your brushers.
Hit it early, keep it out there.
yeah.
Nice and positive.
Final stone here in 4, looking to put a couple on the board. Team Canada and Brad Gushue.
No worries on line.
Top 8. Top 4.
Top button. Yeah, it's all good. It's not true. So.
14 on the nose.
Just
Picking again.
2.
Picking again.
Shot.
To the back 4. And we have our first points.
Nice work, boys.
Team Canada up by a couple. Two nothing. We get our first deuce in the 4th. And so Ontario will have last rock for the very first time in the game, playing the Redstones here in 5. Jeff Walker.
Line's a little tight, Brent. Hit it early. Tight. Come on, really. Hard early. Just out right now. Hard.
I thought for the first time we really did see some
Gotta go for weight, too.
finer shot making, Cheryl, in that 4th.
Well, most certainly Mark Nichols, who made 2 great draws. Gallant made a double to sit and roll, to sit there too. Real confidence. And then Epping on the other side, the overrolls. They tried so many times to hit and roll behind that center guard, behind the center, and overrolled every time. So just, we talked about it in the opening. It's who's going to put the broom down, figure it out the quickest.
Yep.
81% for this team. They're normally closer to 90, and it's not like the shots have been hard. They've been wide open hits. They've rolled out a lot. They have to figure it out pretty quickly here.
Whole sheet.
Yep. You're holding it.
Hold sheet.
Hard. Yep.
Hold sheet.
Hard. Whoa. Yep.
Not there, John, yet.
Okay, oh, sorry. Hard. Yep. Keep moving, Fry. Keep moving. Keep going.
Curl it, curl it, curl it. Curl it, Matt.
Curl. Good.
Good sweep, boys. Sweep, Fry.
Top 12.
If anything, it's my one that curls a little.
Okay.
Well, you mentioned there are 3 wild card teams, and
Draw through.
that gentleman on the left is the number 1 seeded wild card team coming in, and that's Mike Mcewen
Well, this is top,
out of Winnipeg. Brendan Boncher,
top 8, so.
Don Bartlett, his coach, is on the left, and getting some idea of what's going on. First time in the bubble for them, representing Alberta and trying to snap 3 straight losses. Unbelievable to think that 3 straight losses
Just out.
in the Brier.
Line's good.
Hard.
Still just out. Just out. Hard.
Room length. Real hard. It's even with the other
Real
one.
hard.
Just
Just pass the other one. Don't want to tuck it, eh? Even. Sit. Even.
Sorry, guys. Always late.
And Brendan Boncher and Alberta will be part of our featured game against Manitoba. And the gunner, Jason Gunlickson from Pool A, and Kathy Bryan will have it for you. That sounds like her name is Kathy Bryan, but no, it's Kathy and Bryan will have the game for you at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Matt Cam, we've watched Matt for a number of years. You and I actually watched him in the senior final, remember, against Braden Mcewen when he lost to Braden.
Yep, that's
Line's
right.
good, boys.
Glenn's son, Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
Weight's good.
He's also here with Glenn.
2011.
Go ahead, Langer. Go ahead,
Canadian
Langer.
junior champion
Go ahead.
Mcewen.
Get in
And
there,
Mcewen
Langer.
on the ice tonight with Matt Dunstone representing Saskatchewan.
Did they get enough? I think they're still at
Double.
double there.
I think so, eh?
Tried hard to get it to carve hard at the end to take this away.
This is where you've got to be careful.
Like a third will kill it.
When you're the team that's down, just don't sell the farm and all in one end here. I've done it. I've seen it happen. You can see the precision. The yellow freeze that was way short by Gallant was not a good effort either. Nobody's dead sharp here, other than maybe Brad himself. He's 100%.
And this gentleman, Brett Gallant, has been standing on his head out here.
Close. Hard.
Yes. Yes. Hard. Yes.
Nichols
Hard.
got it by, touch it, oh, and then he splits it around. Shot rock, top of the button.
His shot.
Yeah. That was a good throw. Just let him know.
Now you hear that.
Hey, now
Let
we're
him know
double
it's a good throw. I mean, I think that's so important right now early in this. Give the feedback.
Yeah. And now we're double guarded.
Now you know that was right. That's what the skip expected.
Right.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Brent Lang, get them both? Sure does. Backs the shooter up now, so there's 2 corners.
Good.
One covering the
Real
edge
good,
of the 8, one covering the wide 12.
Really nice.
Yeah, because if you roll a little farther, that corner's useless. And I think Brad peels the other corner, and there goes your chance at 2.
Brad.
So Brad's going to switch gears.
A little deeper than that.
Throw center guard.
You like this turn?
Yeah, if you like it. You know it.
Looks like a lot of ice.
So the rock's on this side. I think that's good.
Okay.
Just a couple feet slower than to the wing, but it's really close.
Okay. 3-0 Quebec ahead of Newfoundland and Labrador. And this will be the final stone for Greg Smith. Second appearance for the Newfoundland skip out of the Remax Center, St. John's Curling Club, Ballyhaley Country Club.
And even though the score is 3-0 for Quebec, it has been a lot of pressure applied by this young Newfoundland Labrador team, making some wonderful shots, but this is the first chance to really capitalize. A soft way hit for 3.
One of the few provinces, territories to play their way into the Brier. And that'll be for 1, 2, and 3 it is. And thank you. 3 it is.
From Kathy Bryan.
Well, that's the kind of emotion, the spirit we've come to expect. He was voted the Roy Harstone Sportsmanship a winner back in 18 in Regina. That's how much the other curlers appreciated him.
We all did. His enthusiasm for the game, he loved it. Character.
Baby steps.
Hey, contact at this point's good.
Nice run back by Fry.
Mine's good.
Now Mark's going to be a bit careful. You throw this top 12, it's such an easy run back for Team Ontario and maybe possibly sit buried.
Go heavy. T-line. Whoa. Can't go yet.
No, it's heavy.
Gotta go, I think. Right?
Whoa. No.
It's back 4 on its own.
Okay.
Goes a little deep.
Opens the door a little bit.
If Fry can find the speed here.
Yeah, I heard John say to him, Ryan wasn't happy so much with his run back, and John says, baby steps, we made contact. That was a good thing.
If your nose and they freeze, you're dead.
Okay. Yeah. Lock it on.
Just draw on the top button here.
Okay. 3 feet less than draw the button?
That's what I think, Ryan.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Watched Ryan for a long time. This is now a 13th Brier for him.
I like his speed.
Yeah, close. Real good weight.
Line's great.
Try not to freeze it perfect because then there's room to get to the pin for Gushue.
Line's close.
No, we're 2 at it.
Yep. Whoa,
real close, Langer.
Yep. Hard.
Weight's good.
Oh, we gotta go.
Gotta go. Weight's perfect.
Attaboy, great shot.
Throw.
And it is.
So many curlers would try to freeze that. And then somebody at Gushue's caliber locks one on, you might not score.
When you get about 8.
Oh, yeah.
We forget, you know, he's Manitoba boy, Winnipeg boy. That's where he started. And our first time we saw him was playing with Jeff Stoughton.
Never a doubt.
Remember that all those years ago? And then he went down east to Newfoundland and Labrador and played with Gushue for 4 years. Then 6 years with Jacobs.
Yeah, that's right.
Won a championship, and then of course the that was 13, and then the Olympic gold of 14. So
no fixed address.
No. Post office doesn't know where he goes.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Yeah.
Just freeze this and
Line's
make
good. Top 4.
Weight's close.
Hard for line. Top button.
Yep,
the
line.
deuce tough.
Line's good. Weight's good.
You can go.
Line's good.
We're there.
We're there.
Yep.
Don't want to bounce it.
Not
Bouncing a little.
Bouncing is perfect. Jeff's off.
No. Off. We're good.
Look at the angle.
Shot.
Pretty
Just
nice.
Just
Nice throw for weight.
shocking how good they are with the brushing judgment.
Lock it and you'll have a run for
And
a
then
couple.
you got the button on each side?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Why?
I don't think I have the button on that side.
No?
No. Not through the guard, I can't.
I don't really see anything else.
Doesn't he?
John's saying he doesn't think he has the out-turn button draw because of the high guard on the right as you see it.
He loses his back.
Too much curl.
I could try to get to the nose and move it and rejig it.
Definitely loses the back one.
It'll
I
curl.
see giving up a steal way more times
I don't
than
think
not
he
if
does,
you try
Matt.
that.
Think?
If he hits it thin, it's going to drag a little. It's only on a little bit of it.
You don't think if I
Drag a
just
lot.
move it a bit?
Well, I think if you go, it's just,
We know it's going to go in there.
if you tap it to there and he gets a little inside roll,
Yeah, I don't think you want to move that.
I don't think
Do you think you can drag it if you lock it?
drag what, the runner?
I could.
No, you lock
yeah,
it,
I
and
could
then
drag,
you got
I could drag
this,
from
and
the
you got
corner. I
this.
could drag the
No, I mean,
corner.
Gushue, if you ever over curl, can he drag the yellow and get rid of the
I'm
red?
not saying
without
if we
hitting-
draw here, but then he just hits this.
Yeah.
And he
that drags by the back one?
Yes, I
probably.
do. Yeah, I think
Okay.
thin does
That's no
miss
good
it.
then.
I don't know. I feel like we have to try and just move it an inch, but
Move a what? With 3 inches?
with the
4
out turn.
inches? Out turn. It's probably easier.
Definitely there. I mean, you can nose it with back 4.
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay, you got it. We got to move it to here, right? Ish.
You're just
I'm
trying to
game
free
with
it up off shot rock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm game. We got to try something.
I think so.
If that red raise was hit perfect and the yellow dragged the shot read back, but I don't think it does, Cheryl. It looks like it goes right through, might tick the yellow, but it won't save it with any speed.
I would agree.
So John's going to try to manufacture something here with through the small port with maybe, I don't know, back 8.
Just tap that yellow.
Yeah.
The yellow? Well, there's nowhere he can really tap it that's that great.
Yeah.
Like
he gets one in the line there.
Rings and roll off, you mean?
Yeah, I was thinking we split him in.
At both ends.
And then if he ever plays it, he loses. He's
All
probably
4
can't play
games
weight
in the
because if he
houses.
loses one of them, I got a shot for
The rings are
It's
up on the screens. You can see at the far end there. That's the home end as we look at it.
Yeah, it might be
so
easier than
both teams, all the teams can look up rather than running down the ice to have a look. Save some time for them.
Free up the back one for sure.
Okay, right. Just a little more ice.
Now this is
wait, John, back 4.
John's famous for these type of shots. When he's on a roll, he sees these things. But you wonder. I would hazard a guess his chances of making this are much slimmer.
Yeah.
So timeout being called, an early timeout.
Fry. What if I split?
Split the guard?
What's he do?
Noses this.
Right, and he can't, and he loses his back one, and he has 2, and we have 3.
It might be a double for a couple.
If you get one of these in the rings,
I think if he hits it on this side, it's not touching this.
Okay, great. So we have a nose double almost, right?
Can you move the 5 at all? Like
for 2. Like if we get one of ours in the rings, I don't think he's ever hitting that.
No.
I think he's just going to guard it.
You don't think he just plays like board and tries to sit right here?
We might leave me a gimme triple.
Yeah, I
for
don't think
3.
he's definitely not going to play board.
No way he's on board. Play the split?
Well, it just looks.
I don't know. This looks terrible. And what's the best you get out of
This
this?
does look awful from the hack.
It doesn't. It looks easier this way.
I feel like I can get this in there with.
Can you
back
get to
line,
it,
can I not?
Langer?
Yeah.
The split to get 2 ends very.
Back line.
As long as you get one in, though, it does the trick.
I think we're happy with 1 in, but.
Okay.
So what are you worried he's just going to play? I don't see him ever playing a shot to try and lie 3.
No.
Well, if we get one in and say it gets to here, and he plays board and sticks that, gets rid of that, and holds on here, we can't score. Well, you got to hope that this double lines up for the triple.
Well, I think it always will.
I think so too.
Commit.
I think it's our easiest way to get 2, and I got a shot to score. I think.
I think he's just going to probably throw the guard and give you your
so.
1.
I agree.
agree.
Make me play. Yeah, I think so.
You're going to play that, huh?
Yeah.
So that's one of the options, and that was my original thought, to clean it out to give Skipper a chance because it's the start of the season. But once that's made, if you somehow get them both in, I think you're going to see Brad come down with soft weight, maybe roll over here. This red one's gone, and you sit 3. Then John has to make some type of triple to score a multiple score.
No.
I know you like to gamble, but.
The thing is right now, I think the nose on the yellow.
Hair more.
John likes to gamble when the reward is 2 or 3.
Speed's good in here, John.
That's pretty easy tap to sit 3 yellow, isn't it, for
It's kind of
Gushue?
like that first end where it kind of got that little bit fast. I haven't thrown a draw since that one.
It's 3 feet.
It might leave a double for
It's
1.
lined up to hit a small quarter, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
It's lined up to hit maybe an inch or 2. So
Kind of hoping.
The other danger with this one is you could end up leaving a center guard.
Yes.
Whoa.
Weight's good.
Yep. Back 12. Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yep. Back
Yes.
line. Yep.
Yes.
Lang.
Yes.
Hard.
Yes.
Hard. Hard on that, Matt.
I got it.
Now, push that one in.
Good shot, John.
Oh, how nice is that?
That's nice. That's really nice.
Sure, John.
Thanks. Good sweep.
You know, when you think of splits, Rush, you think of them almost within a fist of being in the ring.
Right.
They're very close.
Yeah, that's a long way out, that one. The advantage was it was right on the center line, so it gives you more room. Watch this rock. It starts to curl, so it has more time to curl. But if that was off the center line, there was no chance you could roll them both in. What a beauty.
He's trying to show Brent Lang how easy the tick shot is.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, look where they went.
I think if you're there,
That one's totally buried on the right.
Right.
That one may be peeking out on the out-turn side.
Oh, it's a great shot.
If you're here, I guess he just whips it and he gets 2, doesn't he?
That 2's going out, I think.
What 2?
I don't think this is state. Yeah, it's going out, I think.
No, but aren't these 2?
Yeah, if we get another one in there, though, that's what I'm saying. You got most
we're
of this.
Here,
you do want to.
where does
Well, I know, but if you're here, doesn't he just rip it high and these both go? They all our yellows go?
Maybe.
Yeah. Like I get it, if you're on half, you're good, but if you're on 3/4, you're no good.
So what if, I guess if we're here, he plays off of that. You'd have to be up here.
Whatever you like. I mean.
I'll call timeout.
Yeah, timeout.
You don't see that often. 2 timeouts.
In here, or this early in the game? No.
If you're there.
I think it's got to be back a little further. Well, I guess.
If you're there, he hammers it on the nose.
You gotta be high enough that it doesn't
you don't
win.
want to, you gotta be
I was
high.
He can't be there because he comes off it.
Yeah.
Be a pretty precise.
For 2.
Yeah.
On a glance side, you could actually hit it. It's
I guess the other option is we do
edge
throw
on
a
edge.
guard,
It's
we'll
wide
play
open, really.
this.
For 4? Well,
Wow, he could do some damage.
Right beside that.
I don't hate this because as long as we're even, like we take plenty of ice, like right there's not bad, is it?
True, as long as you get the line.
Yeah.
Can you even come right to the nose of your yellow?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't over curl.
Yeah, just a little more ice.
I think it's a line shot.
Yeah.
I mean, Brad, if you rub off, like,
Yep.
you can't get rid of it.
I thought they tap it, Cheryl, and
You
tap
go
it out.
edge there?
I think you can save all 3 yellows. Everything's risky now because of the 2 nibblers.
I agree. Kind of soft, like I love a board.
Yeah.
Can't hurt yourself.
If you flash, you can flash.
Well, I can play board and not hurt myself.
There's a spec right here. Is that in it?
The unfortunate part for Team Ontario is that yellow-red combo is just going to graze the back
It's a
yellow, so
little
that
wider here.
with any weight, the red one that shot rock will be long gone.
A lot less.
Go.
And perfect so far this
Go ahead,
evening.
Jack. A little
but
wider.
More wide open game, of course.
little slower
with
here.
3 blanks to start.
Hard.
Top 12, biting 8.
Line's fine. You want to bite the 8. Doesn't look heavy.
Hard, guys.
15.
Just gotta push the whole thing.
15.
Push all the way.
Hard.
Gallant and
The whole way,
Walker.
the whole way, the whole way, the whole way, the whole way.
That's good.
Hard.
That's a
Good
good
spot.
spot. Nice shot, Brad.
Very nice.
Board? Don't think I can hurt myself with board, right?
Oh, that's what they all say.
And take enough ice, eh? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, though.
I can throw a hack.
Try and make it. I mean, what are you going into?
Like you can
here?
go into anything, any one of these.
I guess to
Back
make the
end
roll
of this.
perfect. To make the roll perfect.
No.
This one's bad.
No, well, not, I don't think you can.
I think
do
hack.
anything with
I think
board.
solid hack might be the right weight to make that right to there.
Yeah, you're just trying to.
Just to
What am I
redirect
aiming for?
I
effectively.
think solid hack. I can't hit this.
This isn't there, eh? The draw? That guard in the way? Is it?
I got to move that.
You do?
Yeah.
Never mind.
I think this is the shot. Solid hack, bud.
Aiming for thin quarter, eh?
Yeah. I think a quarter makes it with hack. It's going to go low, no?
Yeah, quarter's close for
Okay.
sure.
Thin quarter with solid hack.
It's just a redirect, really.
A little more, bud.
Really thin. Try to
Little
get
more.
into that one would be the best bet. You might get lucky off of that one.
Back,
Kick
buddy.
it that way. It's a really tough too. They feel there's no damage, but if you do hit as much of that shot red one as possible, you could give up a steal of a couple.
Is this the only shot, Cheryl? Or is there anything else we could have played?
To get a deuce, it is.
Okay.
The draw is not there because of the high guard.
Hack! Langer! Heavy hack! Langer!
Go ahead.
Whoa.
Okay, John.
And won't touch anything. One on the lid. Team Canada with smiles as they hold Epping to that single.
The 2021 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you in part by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada, by Scotties, Sponge Towels, Purex and Cashmere, proud sponsors of Canadian curling for 40 years, by Home Hardware, here's how, and by Tim Hortons. Get your Tim's run without the run. Order delivery today through the Tim Hortons app.
John Epping and the Ontario team out of the Leaside Curling Club. as we quickly reach the midway point.
Well, you look, I mean, blanks are highly underrated in this game, and really Brad Gushue, he's been patient so far, but he's had a lot of help with Brett Gallant. That triple in the second end allowed them to blank and to get out of the fourth end. Again, Gallant makes that double, allows them to score the deuce that we wanted. You look at Matt Cam, 65%, Brett Gallant at 93%, and he's also supporting his skipper, Brad Gushue, at 100%.
The numbers after 5 are brought to you by AGI, equipment and technology solutions for agriculture. It's the opening night of the Tim Hortons Brier. Ontario playing for the Tankard against the reigning champions, Team Canada and Brad Gushue. On this Friday night, we look down here at Canada Olympic Park to the Wind Sport Arena. And our home for the Scotties, now the Tim Hortons Brier. This was right after the Scotties, the ice crew began work. And they thought they would just chisel out the Scotties sponsors and put in the Tim Hortons sponsors, but they went a lot farther.
Yeah, they actually did. The idea was just to pull out the logos, and then Greg was really worried about getting a buildup of ice too high after one event after another, and then they can't control the surface, so everything came out. The hacks, the foam, the everything, like, it was unbelievable. Right back to scratch. Carpets out, bumpers out. That's a lot of man hours, and as I said last week, you can't make water freeze faster. They did a wonderful job.
Yeah, Greg Iwasko and his crew, they started immediately after the Scotties finished on Sunday, and their last flood was on Thursday morning, and that's when the teams had their first practice. So congratulations and thanks to the entire ice-making crew for all their hard work, because here we are on this Friday night with draw 1 of the Tim Hortons Brier, and we go to the 6th. After Ontario scored their single, Team Canada will once again have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellow Stones. And to get us underway, this is the Ontario lead, Brent Lang.
Asked if it was going to be quicker.
Weight's good.
Okay, starting to really curl.
Short.
No, it's really curling. Go high?
Just, yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. Boy.
Rock's unreal.
Shot.
He was right. No fans, no faster.
Just half the 4 foot. Okay, half 4.
Not where they wanted that, but Brent's been gifted a bit of a cutter.
Give those rocks to the experienced player. They know how to manage them.
Right there. Top 8, top 4.
It wasn't the ending of that you know, Epping wanted to get forced, but he had the chance for a couple, and that great split he made gave, you know, really that pushed Gushue to make a really good shot on his last.
Yeah, Brad gets out on the other side of center line. He'd probably give up 3.
I think so.
Go ahead. Hard. Come on, Mark. Go.
Okay.
And around they go, maybe bury a third of a stone on that long guard. That long, it's almost invisible, is that right?
You have to really, usually you throw another one because it's just so high. You can come around it, you can tap, you can play soft hits.
That is what they're doing.
Too much curl on the ice, yeah.
Going to throw up a better one and use the long one for protection.
Weight's good.
Okay, yep.
Line's good. We're there.
Okay.
Do you think the teams, Cheryl, feel a little bit more comfortable now as we start the second half?
I do. You know, we've settled in a little bit. The skips feel like they know where to put the broom down. You know, all the players are having solid games. Matt struggled a little bit, but I think it's just been a product of having Brett Gallant playing 90-some%.
Same weight's good.
Game on now for Ontario. They've got they've chosen to go all out for steal here or a force.
Hey, top 8. Wait on me, guys. Well, if you can. Clean.
Top 8.
Freezing.
Top 8.
Yep.
Little bump.
Not much.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
Bump in a rock.
Good.
Whoa.
Perfect weight.
Bump in a rock.
Mark.
Give it a
Go
little.
ahead, Mark.
Give it a little. Come on, Mark.
Go ahead, Mark.
Come on, Mark.
On the second one, Brett. On the second one.
Not
On
gonna
the
get
second
much
one.
in here.
Okay, good shot.
Good shot.
Very nice.
That'll do.
Well, for the first time ever, former MasterChef Canada competitors are coming back, and they're in it to win it. Get into an all-new MasterChef Canada, Sunday at 9, 10 Mountain only on CTV.
Easy. That's
Wait,
through.
close. Whoa.
Easy.
Yep.
Through the rings.
Whoa. Yep.
Yep. Through the rings.
Trying a little tap.
Breaking hard onto his next guard. They're going to get a bye.
I can't.
Shot, Matt.
Really good shot by Matt. Tick on that guard.
So there's your theory. The long guard wasn't that good, so they went around again, made a better guard. So Team Canada probably peels the long one, and then you've got one nice guard. Yeah, nice weight there.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wait, you got a piece. Not a big piece, but you got a piece.
Yeah, enough to get rid of it.
Sure. Draw the button.
Yeah. Same speed langers when I threw this top 12 one here.
Where are we going, like back four-ish? Top.
Oh, T-line's fine too. Whatever, get her in there. Back four.
This is always a tough end for the team. Ontario, they wanted their deuce last end. They got force, but you're still down a point. Sometimes you push too hard to get the force this end, and you give up a multiple to Canada. So to be careful watching, leaving too many rocks in play.
Gotta go. Gotta go for weight.
Okay, really curling now. Really curling.
Keep going, you got it.
Trying to get to back four.
Line's good.
We're there.
Line's great.
We're there.
Line doesn't need to curl. Line's
We're there,
perfect.
we're there.
Line's perfect.
Go ahead.
What a
Go
great
ahead.
shot.
That's really good for Matt Cam, who we mentioned struggled in that first half at only 68%, so he draws the lid.
Great job, bud.
Two nice shots.
That never stop. Just stops in the house. They're just
John's calling weight a lot. Feels hard. Like feeling throwing.
Yeah, they talked about it just stopping. If that had slid a little bit more, it was back four and buried.
And buried is not buried because of it. That's right.
Clip the guard's fine.
Okay.
For now.
Would you say hack?
Hack. Yep.
There's a realistic chance that Glant can tap this out and sit two, and then Epping's really chasing. Knowing that the tolerance is narrow here, make some noise on something. You can't breeze by.
It's good.
Outstanding so
Heavy
far
hat.
is Brett Gallant.
Whoa. Yeah, a little big. Heavy hat.
Mark.
Go, Mark. Really gotta go. Really gotta go hard for a piece of it. Really gotta go. Hard, Mark. Jeff.
Dig in.
Mark
Jeff,
Nichols.
get as much of this red moving as you can. Jeez, way too much weight.
He tried to help it over, but just too hot out of the hand.
Yeah, they went back 8, and that was 15, 20 feet more than that. It's all the difference. Any lighter, he gets all kinds of that red one.
I think those will be the toughest shots for players, you know, in the first couple games, is just to dial in that exact weight for that ice.
Well, it's a pretty good opportunity to put some pressure
Isn't it pretty good on the yellow?
Yeah, call it as it's coming in, John.
You put it there, he's going to get rid of all three of the top reds. He's just going to run that one across the top, and ours are going to all spread.
I think it's better to freeze ours.
You got to just make the shot. The guard's better than freezing the yellow.
Yeah, the guard's, it's no hurry to get in there.
I like this call.
Yeah.
I'm easy.
Why does he hate the freeze on ours so much?
Doesn't think I'm good enough.
Okay, let's try. You like that? Go to yours.
I think so.
Okay.
All right.
Where are we going?
Right to the red.
Any heavier here?
We saw this.
I don't think
We
so.
saw this
It
at
felt pretty good.
the Brier and Kingston as well.
Yeah.
They're very experienced. They have an experienced team, this Ontario side, with Fry and his 12 Briers and Brent with 13 Briers.
Right now.
Matt Cam is it's all but a rookie, and he's been to 3.
Really hard line.
But they're not afraid to voice an opinion on
Really
John
hard.
Epping. And I wonder
Top
sometimes
12
that
hard, really hard.
that just takes John out of his routine of what he would like to do.
Yeah, I think sometimes it does, but really, you know, he does talk about them being an entire team, and that he relies on, you know, they've really done well since Lang's come on and Fry's come on, so he relies on that experience, and I don't think there's any ego in the game for John. He wants to win the game.
I don't think that, and I'm not talking in. The thing is, though, Russ, there was Fry saying, why does he hate it? Now, he joked about it. Well, if you want to play the shot, you better make it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And he didn't.
Yeah. No, and they obviously he didn't think Fry would miss, but you have to factor that in as a good skip. Can your player put that in the right spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it may stick around, but.
Okay. Well.
Okay, let's try it. Peel.
Okay.
Here you go again. You're bailing out
Want to
early.
hit,
third?
Want to hit half, I think.
Half? Okay.
Even a little more if you can.
Your yellow that or the red that Fry just threw
Okay, I think half is good.
is going out sideways. The one that Mark's hitting goes straight back onto his own and might stay in the rings by taking out the shot rock.
Yes!
Quickly picked up, though.
All right, you're close.
To land.
Whoa!
Like that.
And he'll leave it.
That's kind of how I saw that going.
Underneath cover.
Nice try.
Sitting one with last rock as we play here in 6.
Really nice shot.
Well, and just
That's how I
the
saw it.
angles were read so well, they knew exactly.
That doesn't diminish. Is your curling smarts.
Shot.
It's the ability to make the shot.
You're right. You always can see the angles. That doesn't go away.
A little bit early.
Can you throw the right
Like the
weight,
weight.
and is the broom in the right spot?
Got a little unlucky, Ontario, the way that it froze on the side, and they were kind of nonchalant brushing it in.
Whoa.
Top 4.
Just freeze. Line's great. Just freeze. Yep. Go.
Well, I thought
go. Shot by
Gushue
shot.
expressed it to us before the
Sorry.
game. He said, you know, it's
Just different release.
these first games are like studying for an exam.
Top 8.
And you've studied for it, and it's been delayed, and now you hope you can recall it all.
She got unlucky
When you get
where
on
the
the
first
ice.
one stopped, eh?
Yeah, it's almost like you're speed reading out there. You're figuring it out. You're figuring out the pass, even the brushers. And have you practiced a lot as a team? Draw weight and having brushers brushing your rock.
For line. They're out of his hand, but hard for line. Where is it?
Go.
Gotta go. Line's
Hard.
tight. Just bite and go.
Wait,
Are you
close.
guard?
Hard.
Full 12. Bite and go. Hard.
Hard.
Whoa.
Hoping for the chip now.
Oh, gosh, he did.
Just kill it with the release.
Usable, do you think?
Soft.
Yeah, for sure. But I think the red one is too for Epping. I think he can
You
run
like
that.
the in or the out?
I like the in.
Okay.
Straight back.
Normal?
Yeah.
Team kind of got a little lucky
Pretty
that when
much
it
right on
chapped
the-
off, the yellow
Yeah.
one rolled over. So
Millimeter, yeah.
it's kind of guarding part of this run back, but it's still there. It's got to be perfect, though.
I'm seeing normal.
Norm?
Yeah.
If we freeze, he's just going to whip the out turn draw line too.
Hey, you're right. You're right.
Skip Stones here in
North.
6. John Epping
Whoa!
looking at the run back.
Wow!
Cam gets there, run it back, and got it, and will split them and
Good, John.
leave them in the open. But suddenly Ontario sits 2 without.
Oh, and look at the separation he got. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it really is.
He's apologizing because it's not dead behind the guard, but the force is on. There's no double.
Maddie on there here earlier.
Just hack. Yeah, kind of same way Brett threw. Heavy hack. Heavy hack? Okay, yeah. Brett, is that where the broom was on yours?
Well, you look at the experience that's on the ice right here. I mean, Glenn Howard is to play, but Gushue, Nichols, look at Lang, Fry at 155. 174 for you before you finally hung it up.
Kicked at the pasture.
Took up broadcasting.
Still a good chance here for Brad to get this buried. They know this path really well.
Get across the nose, roll underneath those center guards. Staying with it, Walker does. Oh, and lovely underneath shot rock, top 4.
It's just to have that ability to throw that weight. It's the makeable weight. The brushers are in on it.
That's a nice roll.
So nice.
Nice shot.
That's brilliant. Like he's 100%. and overrolled a little bit. So this red raise that I think John's going to try is even harder.
Never quite happy, but my goodness.
Well, I was thinking
Yeah, he
more
squared
just,
it a bit. In other words, he was a shade narrow, but he had the horses in front of him to save it.
Right on the nose.
Yeah. I was thinking peel.
Just saw this. I just
well,
saw.
I know. I'm just thinking even if we blank is okay.
Yeah, I know.
Just easier. Like that's all.
This is really tough.
Whatever you're seeing.
Would you ever consider the come around, Cheryl?
That's what I thought they may look at.
Looks easier, and there's a bigger upside unless the run doubles hit perfectly.
It's interesting, though. This was the thing that John Epping said that Ryan Fry and Brent Lang brought to his game. He, in the past, we know, likes the flying Walinda shot. He likes the circus shot. He likes the up weight shot, which he wants to play here. And Fry just said, I don't mind the shot, but just let's dial the weight back a little bit. But, you know, he's conceding to John.
I don't know. I mean, blank's fine. This just looks... I'm just a lead. This looks hard to me, though.
No, I agreed.
Like, you know what's easier than that double for two? Draw the 8-foot.
The come around,
when
maybe.
we don't make this run back.
Yeah. They just think it looks hard.
Yeah, it's hard, for sure. This is hard, and he still has a shot for two.
I know. I get that. I'm
So.
with you. You think,
Or roll off of ours, like it's.
I know what you, yeah, you're right.
You go back 4 foot buried, take your chances.
Chances to go there, I guess.
I don't think Brad Gushue
I'm good with
plays
either.
the yellow raise.
I like the run, John.
Chips out his zones to steal it, too.
You'll make it.
Well, they're going back to the original. This is just so hard.
What do you think of the idea, Cheryl?
Fry likes
As they mentioned, maybe even rolling in off their own, which sits in the 8-foot.
Yeah, I didn't love that. I like the intern come around because I think, you know, you're removing a stone of your own. That doesn't work out. They've got an open hit for two. The come around could put a lot of pressure on Canada.
And this is so tough, too.
A little harder. Touch more.
Fry calling line. Nothing yet. Still nothing. All on its own. Oh, and he didn't come up for him.
Yeah, it's easy from here, but the come around would have been tough too, but easier than that shot.
Nice throw, John.
You had a lot more room. You know, you're back 4, back 8 even.
Good throw, John.
Makes the deuce a little tougher. You might get a force out of it.
Actually, probably similar line to where Mark threw his.
The path Mark threw was good. He just squashed it.
Still makes contact with the
No,
line
I
in
know.
the ring. Like, where he hit it, makes contact with the line in the ring.
Smidge less than mine.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I thought it was,
noses.
I wanted to give you the same as your second one. Broom had more, Mark. Yeah, that's right where your second one was, isn't it? I like that better, yeah. Should hold the line better. Same as what I've been throwing.
Why is he going with this turn now? Did he just not throw the intern?
Yeah, they know this path better, and it's with ice this good. It's almost more important that the brushers know the path. The curler's going to be close.
There, yeah.
No, it's stealing.
Back 4.
Extra, Brett.
Back 4. There was a lot of ad, I thought. Nope. It's not curling yet.
I see a T1.
You're not on this yet.
It's back 4.
It's curling now. 14-1.
Back 8.
Touch it.
And that'll be for 2. Canada ups their lead.
I thought it was back 4. I thought you added.
Jeff Walker throwing the lead stones for the defending champions. Team Canada, the Ballyhaley Golf and Curling Club, the Remax Center in St. John's, as we welcome you back on this first night of coverage. The Tim Hortons Brier, the Canadian Men's Curling Championship. Against Ontario and Sean Epping from the Leaside Curling Club, Brent Lang, and it is the Ontario reps that do have the last rock playing the Redstones.
Well, you know, some of the colors are a bit rusty when Brent Lang throws a corner guard into the rings. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh.
Whoa, whoa. Wow, didn't really curl at all.
Team Ontario actually had a good end going there, and Fry came around and froze to the side of his own, set up that triple that Mark Nichols made so beautifully. It was, I heard Fry say later that we were just really unlucky where that thing dropped.
We're going to be...
I think half the 8 foot, full 12. Right the 8.
Speed's good.
Yeah. Right. Line's good.
Just out.
Yep.
Short.
Hard then. Line's
Just
fine.
short.
Close.
Hard.
Tough 12.
Hard, guys. You're light.
Line's
It's
good.
light. Line's good. Where is it?
Top. Just full 12. Come on. Full 12. Jeff, Jeff, get in. That's good now. It's good now. It got a curl now, though, Jeff. You're all there, though.
Finish it.
Yep.
Finish
it
it hard.
Go, 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 go,
Hard,
go, go,
Jimmy.
go, go,
Sorry,
go, go,
Brett.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I think you'll agree with me that the brushing, the judgment of the stones is going to be the most difficult thing. I mean, you can't, in a gymnasium, in a gym situation, replicate what it is. You can strengthen yourself, but it's the repetition of the brushing that you can't. And then just being able to judge the stones. You haven't seen enough over the course of a season to judge them properly.
No, I think, you start at the beginning of the year and the season, and you've worked out all summer, and then you brush that first weekend and everybody's sore, and you cannot replicate that. And the judgment's tough, yes. I mean, it comes back pretty quick. I think they've been practicing, and if they've had some really good practices with intent and tried to judge rocks up and down the sheet, that probably comes back a little bit quicker than the sore muscles.
I think so.
That's what jumps out to me so far is Team Canada's judgment with the front end. They've just been spot on, and that's amazing.
Let's play the out. I'm throwing the out. You want the out? Okay.
Bailing again early. It's the third time Brad's done this, and he's just never been in trouble. And that's one reason he's 100%. Is the degree of difficulty he's left himself hasn't been that bad.
Well, and Brett's making all these bail shots as well.
Whoa! Clean. It's on their own side there.
Still going backwards.
Yeah.
Brad Gushue said it himself, though, that, he thinks the rest has done him wonders. Probably will help the longevity of his career. He says he has no, hip pain. So just having that time off, you can see, 100% still. He looks comfortable, and you'd think it would be rust, but it's not.
Line's good.
Felt tight.
Line's good. Line's great.
Gotta go to me.
Shot. It's fine.
All right, let's get you caught up. Back-to-back blanks in Saskatchewan still lead it. That 5 and the third is the difference there. Nova Scotia with a 2 in the 6th to close the gap. And Newfoundland and Labrador, Quebec, are tied at 4.
Yeah, I'm going to have to make a couple good ones just to... I'm with you. Yeah, I like this. Clean.
So I was mentioning that
Clean.
when the teams come here, they're in their own hotel. We're separated from them. All the players are isolated within their own rooms. And Mark Nichols trying to get in his exercise in his room. It's 12 paces from his door to the wall, the back wall of his hotel room. Yesterday he did 5 kilometers of walking. So you can imagine how many times he went back and forth from the door to the wall, the door to the wall, and back to get 5 kilometers. You and I, we did this week, what do we do? 4,000 steps, basically. Just were able to walk around our hotel.
Sunshine.
Just to get some sunshine, but that's all we can do.
That's amazing you could do that and not get bored.
There goes his deposit on the new carpet.
There's going to be a trough in the room.
Yeah, usually it's don't smoke. No, it's not. Don't walk.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
Take it on now?
Oh,
that's not useful.
Yeah, I don't mind it now.
What?
I kind of like it now.
Yeah. Like that guard, I don't see the sense in peeling that right now.
Yeah, the
Hey,
guard's
you know
not
he's
a
coming here.
not
We
a
got
great
no way to
guard,
get
so
at
they're going to take the opportunity to maybe do this. It's risky, but
You gotta be very precise, yeah.
at the speed, mark and
The other
throw
option
it.
is we lob one in,
He should be able to get it out of there.
just change up the angles.
Yeah. Jeff likes that.
It might just make a pocket too.
Yeah,
I'm not against it. Because I'd hate to also do that and spin it to there as well.
Yeah, I'd hate to make a shot for him.
Although we do open up this one to come back.
That's not the absolute worst. It's if you were to clip the two and then jam it in the one. Then that would
Well, you clip it and if it stays there, it's not the worst.
Wouldn't be that bad, actually.
The worst is if you did this and it went up here. That's the worst. But
They're coming around if we do this, right?
What?
They're coming around if we do this.
If we do what? Sorry.
We make this 5.
Coming around there?
Yeah. They're probably coming around
I don't
there.
mind that. Geez, we could guard this then.
Yep.
He's probably playing a hit and
I think
roll.
he's got to make a play on that because
Yeah.
we're guarding this for sure.
Okay, then I like playing this. I think
What are you seeing?
I was thinking just jiggling these.
I
and
think
if
he
you put
wants us
this
to make
over-
a play on this right now. Like,
My only problem with this, Jeff, is if we jiggle this up, then we probably never get rid of this.
yeah. Like, I like the call. I think that's what he.
Yeah.
I agree, though, that this is kind of.
Well, listen, if you make this and he goes around here, I'm happy.
Oh, wait, no, I know that. He's not. I don't think he's playing
he is.
that. I think
He
he's
might
playing.
go around everything.
Yeah, I mean, those hit and rolls are tough, and there's enough stagger there. You can.
Yeah, he probably draws around here.
What am I trying to hit here? Half?
I think half rock is good.
Okay.
Yeah. Thicker half.
Okay.
Yeah, thicker halves.
You could even run it almost straight back, Cheryl, and it'll go across the top.
Clip shot stone
Yeah.
and go over the top of the
And leave
right hand.
3 yellow because you've hit it dead on, virtually dead on. It's not a simple shot, and when you're up like this, you start going, how am I gonna ruin this situation?
I'm chuckling to myself because after all these years, I still find that interesting. There they are talking about the situation. This is what we're going to do. He's going to do that. And if I'm Epping, I'm going to say, hey, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hey.
I'm right here.
Maybe I won't do that.
Never know.
Okay, not bad.
Not bad at all, because the yellow easy double redirects right onto that red Ontario stone.
I thought too about Epping maybe going behind that stagger
Yeah.
now to the back 4.
Because I. Man, that ran straight.
Yeah, just a little back. Really good. Tricky spot there because I think you get a little take a go.
I was kind of what I was worried about, ticking the middle one. And
Yeah. That's the better miss for sure.
At this level, the better misses wins you a lot of games.
Yes.
Because they're all good. They're all going to, once they get it going here and figure it out, they're all going to be close to 90%, the top teams. So missing the right way is a massive advantage.
Trying to get the inside and
Wait's
freeze
close.
this.
I think
good.
so.
A little hard. Back 4 here. Back 8.
Ryan
back 4.
Fry.
Yeah, we're hard. Yep. Langer. Yep. Yep.
Brent
Back 4.
Lang.
Back 8. Hard. Hard.
Oh, they lost it.
That's an example
get
of
it low, eh?
brushing. You haven't been on this ice. You don't know the characteristics of it, that it's going to move hard. You can be on that early.
One of those two guys yelled back 8, and then they all kind of gave up.
Yeah.
But the line was the key.
And you know how it'll just break after the close to the top hog line.
That looks like minimal ice for me. What do you think?
You trying to do with the shooter,
like
Brad?
Just trying to roll it to center ideally, but.
I think that's great.
Yep. Okay.
Kathy, we haven't spoken in a while. Let's jump in here at a 4-4 tie,
Yeah, I don't think I'll
Quebec
be tight
against
to that.
Newfoundland and Labrador, and it's Mike Fournier from Quebec.
Well, that yellow stone in the 8-foot is the final stone by Greg Smith. Was trying to corner freeze onto that stone that was thrown by Mike Fournier on his first. He just grazed off the red stone that was a little bit more to the right. And so this is a draw for 2, but he does need the 4-foot.
Fournier in a second appearance. Went 3 and 5 in Regina in 18.
Non, non. Oui, elle passe là. La white est parfaite. Elle est parfaite, clean. Elle est parfaite, clean. Ciao.
Very nice.
Very nice, coming in just 55% on his draws.
No choice here. You can't play an aggressive play. You've got to kill at least 2 Canada Rocks here.
Good, John.
And Will leaves the shot stone under the cover of the Ontario Rock, top of the 8. Remember, now Ontario does have the hammer.
B+, like.
Big guard, like this is not. It's definitely there though. Yeah, I like that more than the guard. Yeah, it's solid board, I would think.
You can't guard it, can you?
4-1.
Yeah. You'd like to.
Haven't seen much down here other than.
I threw a board weight going that way.
Yeah, other than like normals and peels, we've seen lots. But with peel, it's real hard to stick.
Like I remember I thrown hack. I was pretty well close to board.
Yeah.
And it didn't do like.
I think you threw board
right
or
there.
heavy board.
Solid board, Brad? Are you looking like a 10?
No, yeah, 10 to 10 and a half.
With the brushes you have and that you want to stick around board weights, the exact weight to call on this.
No question. And you heard Brett, which I thought was really good. He brought up the shot that he missed badly by overthrowing, because that's actually the weight they need for the shot.
Yes.
He could have swept that under the rug, but give your skip a visual. You know, it's now Brad has a good idea what this is going to do.
Remember the ice
That
you took
should
for
stick
hack?
around then. Stick out. Yeah.
That's basically, you know, I like this. I think
You like it?
I like it.
Okay. Little big. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. Little big, Mark.
Whoa. Yep.
Go heavy.
Whoa.
Heavy
Gushue in his
board.
last.
Yep. Whoa.
Jeff, come on.
Whoa.
You're good.
Good.
That's
Even 'em
perfect.
up.
That's good.
That's perfect. Good boy.
Is it ever?
Very sharp, Brad Gushue here, game 1.
Low 10.
I said that's one of the things they've been working on is just that weight, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, even from their win in Newfoundland at the Brier, they hadn't won anything until last year, and he said that was one of the things they did was dial back their weight, and then on the wins started to come, and you could see it at the Brier last year.
Well, it's not the first time, Russ, we said that
Anyway, good end.
with these stones as lively as they are, the hitting bands, you don't have to overpower the shot.
Not at all. And that was, you wanted to hang around there, but didn't want to take a chance of jamming, so that was the perfect speed.
Yeah,
Facing 2 with his last. Oh, goodness.
Okay, John.
And John Epping with the unforced error. Can't hold the shooter. Frustrated look, gives up the steal. So an early test for Brendan Bodger. This is Tarek Martin at his very best. Oh, and he couldn't get it over.
For 3.
All on its own. Bang, bang, look out. There it is. Boy, does he ever make you pay.
Yep.
Mark Nichols. Walker. Yeah, the stab in the heart, isn't it? Walker. Oh, come on.
Oh, wow.
Yes, now late licks. What do you got? Bang, bang. Goodbye.
Just wonderful hurling.
Champion of 17. Champion of 18. And Gushue is good again. So that's his name on the trophy again for a 3rd time. 17 and 18 back to back. But it was a long time coming when you think about all the times he was at the Brier. I mean, this is now his 19th appearance. Till he broke through in 17, there were a couple of silvers. There was the bronze. And there was this thing called an Olympic gold medal back in 06. But he has become one of the most dominant teams. I think, obviously, him and Kevin Cooey. The dominance of Brad Gushue. And it comes, I think, Russ, he's found players that are as committed as he is, from Walker to Gallant, and of course his good friend Nichols.
No, exactly. He had Mark Nichols in his back pocket, one of the best players ever and great team player. But it wasn't until that front end showed up, Walker, Gallant, that things turned around. And it took them a year or two also. But yeah, you need 4 incredible shot makers, brushers, and as you said, that want to be dedicated like Brad.
Well, yeah, and I don't listen. We're not talking out of school. By his own admission, he is not an easy person to play with, Cheryl.
No, I think he's, he has high expectations and a high level. He wants you to work as hard as he does. That's the expectation. And Brad Gushue throws a lot of rocks, and, he practices, and I think that can be tough on some players. You have to find the right fit.
Look at that.
I just forgot, Russ, you and I were talking about it in the break. I forgot how patient Brad Gushue is. Even all the blanks, he bailed. Finally capitalizes in the 4th end for his deuce.
The 3rd end, he had a chance to go around the corner guard, but his first one, he's gonna get behind that 9 times out of 10. But if it's not in the right spot, Epping freezes. There goes your blank. It just throws it out in the open, has an easy blank, gets us to the next end, and he's been ahead ever since.
This is the player who I think has improved the most, and it took a while, and he took his lumps.
Over here.
Brett Gallant in playing with Brad.
Oh, no kidding. He he was a bit of a whipping boy for a while because he was just not quite to that level. But look at that, another triple.
He puts a lot of time into this game.
He came into as a Canadian junior champion out of PEI.
Close. Line's good.
Vic, I played one of my last competitive games was 2011. I want to say somewhere in there. I played Brett in a final of a spiel somewhere down east. He wasn't 150 pounds at the top of his backswing. Like, it's the transformation is just unbelievable.
Hard.
That's been the progression of the game, though, right? Where do you find the edge? And the edge went to fitness and strength, and then now it's between the ears. I think when you're trying to look for something to differentiate yourself, now it's the mental work that all these teams are doing.
You like chasing it? The shot. You can roll it somewhere over in the back 4. It's your call. You shoot. You're throwing. Okay.
We like
3/4.
2/3 might even catch it, Mark.
Yeah.
3/4 is good.
Yeah.
I think that's important under these circumstances with not many reps. Is the key person right here in this particular case is Mark Nichols. He's the guy that's got to execute it. He's got to be able to see it. He's got to know what that path's going to do.
Hard!
Shooter. Sorry, I lost a bit on you, Mark.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's good. Come up, quick move, eh?
And we have our first final of this year's Tim Hortons Brier, and Saskatchewan is a 10-2 winner over Nunavut. And the difference really was that 5 scored by Matt Dunstone, as he's a winner. And of course, this Saskatchewan team from the Wadena Curling Club, about 2 hours north of Regina. We'll tell that story when next time we see Saskatchewan, and over Peter Mackey of Iqaluit.
Yeah, go. Just me. I'll
just John.
Make it curl.
All right, John. It's almost buried. Hey, Fry.
Helicopter.
Okay.
A little bit.
Not as much movement to the wings as there is coming in outside in.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite to last week, wasn't it? Because early in the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at least maybe even Monday, from the center line over, it was almost 6 feet.
That's not awful.
Okay. Okay. Good board. Okay.
Good
board.
Like this?
Yeah. Love it.
You want Benny sweeping
Yeah.
this?
Good.
Well, it's been a
normal.
while
I like
since
it.
we've seen Kevin Cooey. Wild card number 2 against Nova Scotia and the team out of Halifax.
Well, what you couldn't see squatting underneath John Morris was a couple of shots deep by Scott McDonald, deep by Cooey. Now he's trying to run his own back, potential of 3.
Oh, then he just moved that one a little too far, so he settles for a deuce. Up 7-3.
Good sweeping. Similar speed, I thought.
Ryan Fry.
Hard line.
They need 2 here big time. They're going to have to gamble
Right
it away here a little bit. They're trying to get around that corner now.
Yep.
T.
Less rotation than the previous one. This should hook.
Whoa, no, you're buried. You're buried. Oh, it's just the difference in the throws.
Yeah. They were saying the last one was popped with more rotation.
All right. Those are close.
All right.
That's how important it is. We teach a lot of clinics now, and you say to people, there's a big difference between 5 rotations and 1. And that's kind of what happened. It wasn't quite 1, but maybe it was a 2 to a 4.5, and it makes a big difference.
What a last mark.
That's why all the teams now work so hard. You look at Homan's team, all the teams now working to make sure they have similar rotations. It's just a lot easier on the skip. That's really what it's all about.
And it's interesting because you go back to the Scotties and Mackenzie Zacharias, the reigning Canadian world junior champion, came in. She was overthrowing it. She was helicoptering it down the ice, right? And it's something that she's going to have to learn.
I think they thought that's what they needed for this arena ice, but it's a little much.
And leaves it behind cover.
There's not a lot of rust showing on Team Canada.
I said whoa and it curled. What's that? I said whoa and it curled a bit. I thought we were going to roll right in front of the other one.
That one, yeah.
You need a miss.
It was drawn to the inch. What's up, Johnny?
Here, more. Play
doing,
that freeze on the corner,
Okay.
and then I'll come off it on the next one.
I wanted to say, what, closer out of the button right now? It's not that quick stuff.
Yeah, that's similar.
Yeah. I like the way, yeah.
Corner freeze, did he say, to the second shot, Rock?
Yeah, the desperation times. You can't hit the shot and let Brad take a swing at it.
Real close.
They've got to set up an error here.
Picking. Yep.
We're there.
Weight only.
Heavy.
Yep.
Heavy.
Little bounce, Fry.
Okay,
Heavy.
we're gonna over curl then.
It's okay. Yeah, keep going,
It's
Matt.
lost its turn. Okay.
Doubles there now.
Pretty good for losing soft pick, buddy. Lost your.
I just think we throw some weight at it, like an easy peel.
Okay, 7.5.
Yeah. Not too concerned where the shooter goes.
He's still perfect, Mr. Perfect. Brad Gushue. Player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Little flat.
Somebody said to me, do you think some teams are going to struggle with the lack of reps? And my first answer was, I think the advantage is to somebody with a very solid base, a good delivery, good balance, and Brad's one of them. Brad Jacobs is another. Somebody where there's other deliveries that maybe need a little bit of work.
Agreed.
Hard.
This one coming a little earlier so far here in draw 1.
Shot.
And so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what's going to be facing Ontario and John Epping. When they met in Kingston in the round robin, it was Ontario winning 8-4.
Maybe there's a learning opportunity in this for teams. You look at Brad Gushue, he's feeling the best he's ever felt. Maybe throwing every day, maybe dialing it back is better at this stage in your curling career.
And they probably still threw quite a bit because they're not traveling to all the events and just playing games. And sometimes you'll travel across the country, play 5 games. And you don't get any reps in.
Control.
Hair up, Fry.
Go, Matt.
You're okay. You're okay.
Oof. Yeah, just have a look.
One red, yeah.
1 red it is, by just that much. And the crowd went wild. Ontario trying to find their way back into this one as we welcome you back on this opening night coverage, the Tim Hortons Brier from Calgary. John Epping and the team from the Leaside Curling Club getting a single, but it's 5-2, Team Canada leading. Brad Gushue with last drop has the hammer playing the Yellowstones, and this is the Team Canada lead. Jeff Walker.
Whoa! Whoa! Yep! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, if it's less. No. Just roll the shooter. Help him, Brett.
Yeah,
Did that for you.
Very nice.
Oh, boy.
Good.
Great shot. I was wondering if we might bring in the other guy for those ticks.
For the ticks.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Shots, Jeff.
Brad has to be happy with this performance from the whole team, and maybe Jeff, more importantly than anybody, with not seeing him for an entire year, and he's 91%.
Yeah.
2 perfect ticks.
Pretty nice.
That's trouble. Oh. Yeah. Right down the middle, too.
Trying to set this up in the position that if they try to peel it, they could jam on one of the other corner guards, spring something into the ring.
Got to get it over first.
Good judge, boys. Good shot, Matty. That a boy. Great shot.
Shot.
Brush, guys.
Okay.
Well, the reason they left it that high is you'd like in the perfect world to hit half a rock on a peel. Look where half a rock goes. It goes into those 2 reds. So Brett's going to have to hit it thicker.
Whoa.
No. Never.
No.
Hard.
Watch the reds.
I might clip. Oh,
Okay.
clips the other one.
Yeah, I was going to
Could
say.
also roll the center, too.
Yeah, that would be the concern. It rolls to center now. You've got a guard.
Really smart placement by Team Epping.
Kathy, an update now with Quebec up by a couple on Newfoundland and Labrador's Greg Smith.
Well, that Yellowstone that is shot was Greg Smith's first one. And when Quebec blocked off the side, this is now a double tap attempt to the forefoot for 2.
Evan! Hard, Evan. No. Get on it! Get it!
Greg with his 1 Brier appearance, and so that's the only counter there to make it a 6-5 game. The other members of the team all making their Brier debuts. Greg Blyde, Alex McDonough, Evan McDonough. They're from Truro, Nova Scotia, but attending school at Memorial University.
Yep. Hard. Trying it this time.
Okay.
Another exchange.
That's a stubborn little corner guard.
If you're trying to do that, you couldn't do it in 2 years.
Inching its way.
A couple more, and we got a center guard. Just getting it outside the line.
Yeah.
A good one. Just make the peel on that. Do you want the?
Oh, silky throw. I don't know about the speed, but.
What you think?
Whoa, line's good.
There. Oh, yeah, you're right. Whoa. That was my fault.
Whoa. Whoa.
Get in there, Ep Dog.
Cam and Lang backed right off. As around they go, and behind cover, sitting just in front of the tee line, full in the 8-foot.
Probably Ontario's best end. A couple corner guards or center guards that were split by Jeff, and then a foot over the hog line twice, which is very hard to do in end number 9, and then the nice come around.
Yep. Hard. Gotta go. Hard. Watch it. Touch the top, man. Oh.
Oh, almost ticked it in.
That would have been good.
What's that? Shouldn't have swept it as it was coming across.
Can I get a hair more, John, please?
Nice sweep.
Looks good to me.
Halfway.
Over there. It's got to be usable. Yep.
Half.
Line's pretty good.
I heard Langer,
Doesn't need to curl.
one of the best front end players that's ever played this sport, say it's got to be usable. And his point there is if it's really long, you go around it, Brad Gushue can chase it. The unfortunate part is it's a little deeper than they wanted and had time to over curl.
Little less?
Yeah. Cheryl, at this point of the game, you're Ontario, you're down by 3. You see Canada has last rock. Are you trying to steal or are you trying to force?
Well, you were trying to steal, with those center guards, but with the ticks that Walker made, that kind of took it away. So now you might get a chance. I think they would have loved that last rock over closer to the center. Might have forced Gushue to chase shot stone. Then you might have something to come around and maybe get your steal that way.
Right to center. Go, 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 go.
Great shot.
Nice weight choice by Mark.
Great weight.
Good weight.
Nice.
It's not over if you give up a point this end. I mean, you've got to get 3. The problem is Gushue's team hasn't allowed you to even score a deuce yet this game.
No, they've been pretty stingy. You don't hold Epping to 2 points and 8 ends very often.
Same stuff.
But even if you steal for Epping, you're in tough.
Yeah.
You don't have the hammer anymore.
Straight freeze, I believe. Looks like minimum ice.
Line looks close.
I'll tell you if I think you're wrong.
Line's good.
Start to curl hard now.
Hard line. Hard, Matty.
Good sweeping, Matty.
Good shot, Matt. Good sweep.
Sorry, buddy.
It's good, bud.
Good try.
You threw the end 2 ends ago.
Yeah.
Do you want to lose this?
No, I'd like to keep it there.
Well,
ideally, but.
Okay, because you lose that, he draws there, and we draw for 1.
Yeah. Ours is biting the T line, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got to move it.
Yeah.
I like this.
Okay.
To Brad's point, they have to move it to be shot, even if they play the freeze to it. So that gives you some space, so he's not so concerned. If that Yellowstone was back 3 or 4 inches, then you might want to get rid of it because the freeze is there for a steal.
Especially when he nearly made the freeze just previously.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Whoa. Yeah.
Gushue in his first. Walker on the brush. And exactly.
Shot.
I'd really like to leave it there, and he does.
Shot. It's good. It's good.
Shot.
Brad's wobbled on 2 or 3, which is shocking, but he just knows exactly where it's going every time.
Thanks.
He's very impressive. Not a lot of hard shots.
I really want to get it off the rock there.
Really
no,
impressive.
you didn't. No.
But he's called the game that way. That's what, so smart that you realize, there will be some wobbles and maybe you're not at your best. So call it a little less risk.
And what did we say? Degree of difficulty.
Yes, yeah.
Right, that's what he said before the game started. And he wasn't, am I fair in saying, Russ, he hasn't really been forced to up the degree.
That's right. Charles kind of just said it. His style of play is kept it simple enough for the back end players, for Mark and himself, to have very makeable shots. And then on this type of surface, those guys are going to do that.
Hard.
Try, Johnny.
Tried to roll it under the pair of corner guards.
Great weight, John. Thanks. Good.
I'd like to see a bit more urgency out of this team, Vic. Ontario, they've been kind of joking around. I'm sure they're just happy that this event's going and they're at the Brier, but they
You kept curling.
Played 1 game and he's 0-10.
they missed swept quite a few of them today. Canada did not.
Board.
Shot stone directly in front of you. Redstone on the edge of the 4.
Hard, Jeff.
Incoming.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
Shot.
Sweet.
And outgoing for a single.
One yellow. Thanks, guys.
And there it is, the concession, the tapping of the broom heads. That's as close as you get in this pandemic year.
Yeah.
Ryan.
6-2 your final. Gushue, the defending champ, opens with a win. Brad Gushue, yeah, thumbs up. Slow start. I mean, let's put it this way. You blanked the first 3 when you have last rock, but he opened with a deuce in the second and winds up with a 6-2 win over Ontario. John Epping at 72%. Brad Gushue, the perfect game, the 5th career 100% game in the Brier, and so that results in a 6-2 win. The game story is brought to you by Tim Hortons. Kathy will go over now and bring us up to date, please. Quebec against Newfoundland and Labrador.
Well, this is a final stone for Mike Fournier. It is a force. He needs to draw to the 8-foot. This has been a seesaw battle. Greg Smith making a triple to put his team in a position to force Quebec. And there's your single and the force.
Yep. Ciao, Mike.
So that's a single for Quebec, up by a couple.
Top 4, top 8.
And now let's slip right next door and to sheet B here at Winsport and check in on team wildcard number 2. That's Kevin Cooey, the Glencoe Club in Calgary against Nova Scotia, the Halifax Curling Club. Scott McDonald throwing the skip stones.
Early Scott.
For Jamie Murphy.
And this is, in fact, another force in this game. It has been a little bit of rust on both of these teams. Kevin Cooey missing a couple of short run backs. The first in the first stone that he threw this end, but he made the second one good enough to lie to.
Good.
Shot.
And for the single.
We're good. I'd say it.
For Nova Scotia. Are you good?
Have a good weekend.
That's it. Good game. And so that's a final. As Kevin Cooey,
thanks, guys,
looking for a 5th championship, picks up an opening draw win, make the final 7-4 over Nova Scotia and the team from the Halifax Curling Club. We'll wind up and be back for Quebec, Newfoundland, Labrador here at the Brier. It's the only game left on the ice on this Friday night. Opening draw of the Tim Hortons Brier here in Calgary and Winsport Arena. Quebec. The team skipped by Mike Fournier from the Glenmore, Mcewen, and Valleyfield Curling Clubs against Newfoundland and Labrador. Skipped by Greg Smith from the Remax Center, St. John's Curling Club, and the Ballyhaley Golf and Curling Club. 7-5, Quebec leads it. Newfoundland and Labrador do have the last rock, playing the Yellowstones.
We haven't had a chance to watch much of this game, but Quebec's at 85%. Newfoundland at 61, but they're still in it.
Yes!
And drives it right by. That's Alex McDonough. Alex and his older brother Evan throwing the lead stones. Both of them studying at Memorial University.
It's about 3/4 to make the double.
Funny weight choice there, because you wanted to save that rock.
Go, Felix.
Make one.
There's enough angle. If you throw this hard enough, hit it almost exactly where the broom is. You can get both yellows and roll out of play.
This is Felix Asselin. He and the lead, Jean-Francois Trepanier, and the skip Mike Fournier were all part of the Quebec team in 18 that went 3-5 in Regina. Asselin was the third at that time, but they've brought in the experience in Martin Crête at third. And so Asselin dropped down to second. And there is Martin. This for him will be a 9th Brier appearance. For so many years was playing with one of our favorites, Jean-Michel Ménard.
That's what Mike Fournier said, that he loved the intensity that Martin brings.
Right.
And it's a positive intensity.
The creature.
He's into every shot.
Gotta get to here.
Yeah, we're there, Greg. We're back 8.
Whoa. Yep.
It's got to stay in the house.
Whoa. Yeah. Yep.
Good shot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Top one first, I think, Cheryl. You get to play the scoreboard.
Now, if you've never seen Martin Crête, you might want to just hold your ears, because he'll let you know.
Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa.
Last time we saw him, he was skipping Quebec. That was in Brandon when they went 3-4. And he'll get to the corner and cross their own stone.
Do you hit this?
Yeah. Right now, I do, I think.
Trying to win Quebec's
he's
third
like
national championship. The last was 2006, and that was Menard.
I don't even know if I like going around the period. Just on the corner.
Talked about going around. It's not a bad idea. You'd like 2, but you'd love 3.
Three kicks.
If they were staggered a little bit better, those 2 reds might be more appealing to go around.
Okay, you got lots of line.
Line's fine.
Where?
Greg also studying at Memorial University, so the
Might have no lines.
lead, second, and third are all university students. In fact, Glide won a silver medal, a U Sport silver medal. He skipped Memorial to the silver back in 19.
Yeah. La voix demi, Mike.
Board.
Hack.
Good with that.
Okay.
How tough is it out here, do you think, to throw? Well, we don't know how many times they've been out here. Our game, we rarely went this wide. So the pebble would be worn down from the brushers going back and forth. So I think it's pretty normal out here. Should be able to, should be able to hold it.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Felix. Yeah. Felix. All the way, guys. Can't hurt it. Go.
It just echoes and reverberates around the arena. Martin Crête.
What a nice shot.
And, didn't overthrow it either, did he?
No, you're right, Vic. It would have been easy to whip it out wide. But this time of the game, it should be nice pebble out there. Good throw.
Like here. Well, then he comes off of that.
It's one of our favorites, Martin.
We got 2 minutes and a half. I think this is the call.
Okay. Well, yeah.
If you're here, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just make the adjustment,
Where? Okay, you need back 4.
Really curling, yep.
Yep.
Hurt, Evan.
Yes.
Hurt, guys.
The McDonough's out of Truro, Nova Scotia.
All the way, yes. Carry
Heads
it hard.
Now Smith.
Come on, you got to be 8 foot. Got to be 8 foot. Go.
Not a chance, as they'll just get it to the top edge of the 12.
Yeah. Il faut garder elle, Mike. Yeah. Faut pas qu'il bounce ici, right? Ouais, exact. Faut pas y laisser la aqua ici. Okay.
Change of gears here because they're laying 3. If that had been buried in the 8-foot, then they cannot play this shot. And this is a really good call. You could peel, guarantee no more than a 2, but you've got them in trouble here. Well-placed guard.
Yeah. I liked their last call too, where they switched gears and went around, because you peel that corner and then this doubles there to sit their deuce. So. And
you're heading into an extra end, and anything could happen.
Yeah, it was good timing.
So good guard here. How does Greg remove all 3 of those if 2 of them are hidden? Should know this spot.
Tiens là, Jeff. Tiens là. Line's good, line's good. La ligne est bonne. Line's real good. Amène là. Yep. Felix. Yep. Felix.
Not heavy.
Felix. Felix, go, go, go. Hard, Felix. Hard. Jusqu'à la fin. Go, 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 go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Really good.
Just a reminder, Sports Center follows immediately. Boy, it's been a difficult day. Our longtime associate Chris Schultz passing away. Walter Gretzky. Sure there'll be some tributes to both. Sports Center is coming right up.
I think it's probably just there. I think we have to.
There with the yellow?
I think we have to go right here, and we have to run this for 2.
Okay. No, I had to call it to like just get by the yellow, but.
That's yeah.
That works, isn't it?
Yeah, it does, boy. Right here, we can run that in for 2, because even if he tries to guard it, we should have this.
Leslie Ann has been a long time Newfoundland women's, junior, and wheelchair coach.
So I'm thinking like with a hair back.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, let's throw it there.
So great.
Set up shot.
Down here.
Try to angle free so you could run that yellow in. Stick it for your 2. Not many other options, Cheryl. If you tap it back to be shot, you're wide open.
The trick with this is once you get by that top yellow guard on the left, it could overcurl on you with the right weight.
Right.
Have to just hair that top one.
And there's almost no port there, even though it looks like there is.
Okay. 14-5. 14-3, 14-2. Let's make it.
Greg Blythe with the brush down for Greg Smith. Second Brier appearance
Line,
for Greg.
Whoa! We're. Line's good. Lock it on.
Yeah!
Yes, line. Hard. You gotta get it by. Yes. Hard.
Can they sneak it by that one, top 8? No, they cannot.
Spin it in. Oh.
Just jumped on them.
That was close.
It's kind of broke hard there.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, like.
S'il fait ça. Ah, pas deuxième. Exact.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So what I got.
Because they weren't worried about the weight.
No.
Yes. Hard.
Once they yelled, it was too late. Just made a bit of a move there.
Spin it in. Oh.
Y a-tu un double ici? Y a-tu un triple ici? On peut-tu donner la gain?
Ben, si je garde, non.
Just talking about the options of playing the double if they leave it there. You can see the 2 reds go.
You guard the red, yeah. Or even tap it an inch, but and you just throw it here, don't you?
C'est quoi que ça donne, ça, Mike?
Why would you want to take a chance of being here?
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, here. Okay, here.
Yeah.
I like that.
On laisse le run back pour 2?
Yeah.
Vous êtes d'accord avec ça?
And you're sure, like,
even the run back's not for 2, is it? The run back does the same thing, right? Well, unless he hits the pocket, I guess. But
ouais. Il peut peut-être venir faire ça.
Because he can't come down, hit the yellow onto this, and be shot. Il est 3e shot. I like it. Here?
Sinon aussi, il y aurait back 4.
The shot we talked about was that onto there. But when you try that, or you can even do it this way now that it rolled open. But you can make the run back, but your thrown rock is going to be up here, not as close as this one, and you only sit the one and you lose. So probably a nose hit for Newfoundland would make the double and get the 2. So they're going to take that away by guarding it. Do you see any other way to get 2?
No. Just by where he stopped there. A little bit deeper. If they spun that a bit deeper into the ring, they'd have both sides.
Right. Mike Fournier in his last. Leads by 2.
Non, la ligne est bonne.
Line's good, line's good.
La ligne est bonne. Jeff,
clean, guys, clean.
OK, over enough. Over
clean.
enough. Over enough. Je peux pas sauver le Monix.
Very nice, good spot.
C'est qu'ils font les jerks.
You've gone mad, you're right. So I think it is there for 3.
Here into here. Like, you're
got
just
it.
calling it to make this double.
Yeah.
And this goes.
It is there. It is completely there.
Looking for the win.
It is.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this one's probably going to come back this way a bit.
Well, you're calling it to go into the nose of this, because this will go through.
Yeah, and hope it like.
Right, because of the angle you're coming at it too, that'll go.
Yeah.
Okay, peel.
I mean, like, you can even like hit it thicker and play it for 2, right?
Well, let's make it first.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I think right here.
What am I hitting? What are you hitting? Like thin half? Half?
Yeah, I think. Do you want to take it where we want to hit it, or here less than that?
No, it's thicker than half.
What?
Like right where the C is, pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, Russ, if you make the double on the back reds, that you actually move that top 8-foot right-hand
The raised rock doesn't go far enough.
Right. Yeah.
Right. You'd have to throw it 1 billion miles an hour.
Yeah, that's what I don't see. I see the double on the back too, shot stone and.
Right, and if this raised rock comes in, hits the yellow, and does get the top one, you've missed the second one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not more.
So I would say 1 billion miles an hour, and you want to hit that top yellow one in the 4-foot. Really thin.
Final stone.
Wow!
Down by 2, needs at least 2 to tie. Angle it back across the top, and it'll roll and spill.
Game, guys.
Well, we got 1.
And they'll give up the 1. They sure will. They'll score the 1. Newfoundland and Labrador. But it'll go into the book as a win for Quebec on this opening night. The final 7-6. Mike Fournier, a winner over Greg Smith to complete this opening draw. The Tim Hortons Brier. We're under the bubble in Calgary.
The 2021 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you in part by Purex Bathroom Tissue, the only soft-sorbent one. By Home Hardware, Here's How. By OK Tire and BKT Tires. And by Tim Hortons. Get your Tim's Run without the run. Order delivery today through the Tim Hortons app.
Jason's just a great guy. And against those guys, you know, we've played them a whole bunch. They're a great team. And this year, I think especially the first few games of the Brier are going to be a little bit of a crapshoot. So you got to come out, you got to play well, and hopefully we can win that first one and get going on the right track.
They're just fantastic people and such good curlers. They're a really fun team to compete against. Like, we've played, I don't know, probably a handful of times, and the games have, for the most part, been fantastic, and you're going to need your best stuff to win.
And that will be the feature game for Kathy and Brian when they join you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time as Brendan Botcher. Amazing the fact that he's gone 3 straight years as the runner-up against Jason Gunlickson. The Brier is underway here in Calgary under the bubble, trying to keep us all safe. So till we talk with you again tomorrow, thank you for joining us here on Canada's sports leader, TSN. SportsCenter is next.